Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School Athletic Association varsity football game. This game getting started a little bit behind. We'll mention the Blue Devils, but just a tad bit behind. A 2-hour journey right here up near Fort Wayne, just southeast of Fort Wayne. We are at Heritage High School. We'll mention tonight's radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall from the Kendall and Casey Show. That's weekday mornings, 9 to noon on 93.1 FM. Or you can go to WIBC.com. And again, tonight it's going to be the Heritage Patriots hosting the Tipton Blue Devils. Tipton Blue Devils football. We're going to try to have a couple words here with Coach Aaron Toll here in just a moment. He's adjusting right now. Got his troops out there. They're getting ready to do some one-on-one tackling drills, and they're just going to work it right now. And we'll see if Coach Toll has a minute. We'll wait for him. Okay, Coach Toll, I got to mention, what a bus trip.
2 in a row.
2 in a row bus trip.
Last week, and honestly, may have played our best ball game. And so hopefully we can build on that, kind of learned, how to do things with a long bus trip and kind of repeat our performance from last week.
Coach, I got to mention 146 wins. You're closing in on 150. 88 losses. You're working in your 21st year. Last week, Coach, got to mention you got off to a good start. 14 points on the board before Rensselaer Central even took a sniff.
I think that's really important for our team right now. Is that was the first time we had led in 2 weeks. So to getting us off to a good start last week was imperative, and I think we built on that for the remainder of the game. We started feeling good about ourselves again, and hopefully we can do that again tonight. I mean, one of the things I was most proud of was we faced some adversity right before halftime last week, and we were in our 2-minute offense. We're moving the football, put the ball on the ground. They fluke play. They pick it up about midfield and run it all the way back to the 2 or the 3, score on the next play. I honestly felt like we were going to score on that drive. That would have made it like 28-6 at halftime, and we were getting the ball. Probably seals the game. But instead, now it's 20-14, so it's a 2-score difference. But we responded with a great kickoff return right out of the gate. Didn't score on that drive, but we got 3 and out, had field position, and then punched it in. So kudos to our guys in battling adversity in that situation. But as you pointed out, I think it'll be a huge deal tonight of us getting off to another quick start.
Total plays last week, 69 for the Blue Devils, just 41 plays. Rensselaer Central. First downs, Tipton, 19. Rensselaer Central, just 11.
Yeah, we had Coach Shear had it rolling last week. 69 plays. I think we had 34 passes, 35 rushes. I told the kids I'm not sure the last time we had a quarterback that threw for 250, a receiver that received for 150, and a running back that rushed for 100. We had 464 yards just in offense, and we had over 100 yards return yards too. So we were clicking on all cylinders last week. We're going to need to do a lot of the same this week. My gripe was, how can we have that many yards and only score 33 points? That means we were down there a couple times and didn't get points. So, again, we need to improve on that.
Coach, I'm going to mention 21-7. That was a score a year ago. We call it here in Indiana, we call that the hurricane game. We're lucky we don't get in hurricane territory.
The weather was awful last year. In all honesty, Heritage had an outstanding ball club last year. They were really, really good. And as strange as this is going to say, I'm not sure that miserable hurricane didn't probably help us out and keep the game a little closer than it would have been because they couldn't open up their offensive attack much. So, but it's great weather tonight, and hopefully, I think it's 2 good football teams going at it tonight, and at week 6, about 2/3 through the regular season.
Coach, I'm going to mention last week leaders. Got to mention number 2, sophomore quarterback Quinn Toll. 24 for 34 through the air, 283 yards, 71% completions ratio, 11.8 per catch, 3 touchdown passes. Quinn Toll played well.
Played really well last week. His mom and I were extremely proud of him. I kind of challenged him in pregame and just said, you need to take control of the offense. This is your 14th career start. Tonight's his 15th. It's time for you to take the reins. They will follow you. He's kind of got that personality that I truly believe, even though he is a sophomore, I think he's going to be demanding of them, but they are going to respect him, and they know he's going to do anything in his power to try to win the game. So he got in a rhythm early. I think he was 20 for 22 at halftime for over 200 yards. But honestly, just really got us clicking because, we spread the field with our pass game, and then that ignited our run game. So obviously, he's a starting quarterback. He's a huge key to any time we're going to have offensive success.
I know you have running backs by committee. Last week, the rushing leader, number 87, got to mention Chase Hudson. 12 carries, 105 yards, 8.8 per carry. 65 was his longest touchdown. He scored 2 touchdowns. He's the first guy this season for the Blue Devils to go over the century mark in one game.
We are by committee, and when a guy gets hot, we're gonna ride him a little bit. But it is nice getting guys in there with change of pace, and we're gonna. It may be different tonight. It may be a different guy. So we'll see. We'll see who gets hot, and hopefully our offensive line is moving their stout defensive line, and we can get our run game going, and be interesting to see which one it is tonight. I didn't know Hussey had 65 yards in him, but he turned on the burners on that one.
I'm going to talk about receiving now. This might be a record. Maybe if Coach Toll had this record way back when. But number 8, Dakota Garment, 12 receptions, 151 yards, 12.6 per catch. 40 was his long, 2 touchdown receptions.
I knew you were going to ask me that tonight, so I did some research. So we actually set we tied a school record. Dakota Garment had 12 receptions in a game. He tied Grayson Flitner from back in 2001. Cole Flitner, excuse me. Cole Flitner in 2001, 12 receptions in a game. And the 24 completions in a game for Quinn was a school record. I believe the school record was 22 prior to. And I think that was Matt McClard in 1998 and Sean Friend maybe 2005 or 2006. So we mentioned earlier some outstanding performances last week.
Got to mention, I want to go to tonight's game. Heritage Patriots, you're going to look at number 3. He's going to get the ball snapped to him. He was a running back last year. He'll carry the ball a lot tonight.
Had 27 carries against Adams Central. He's a stud. Our whole game plan revolves around stopping him. So he's a really good player. But again, we've faced really good players each and every week in our conference. So we are going to zero in on him and see what we can do.
That is Lucas Weber. There he'll hear that again. Sophomore in the backfield, running back, is Jackson Litchfield. He'll carry the ball on the off brands.
His brother was a really good player on last year's team. I think he's only a sophomore, so he's probably the next great one here at Heritage. So they've got good players. We feel like we've got good players, so it's going to be which good players play the best tonight.
Coach Cole, thank you.
As always, enjoy it.
So we're going to walk this direction. That is Coach Aaron Toll. Aaron Toll, always something to say. I tell you what, that guy is amazing.
He sure is, and he has a mind for the football game. And like I said, I'm sure he'd like to have the same kind of result this week as he did last week, spreading the ball around. And you mentioned Coach Shear, and Coach Shear told us tonight to mention his mom, Carmelita. I'll mention his dad, Devon Shear, probably both watching or listening this evening. So just wanted to mention them tonight.
You get the shout out. That works for me. Say, well, we're going to go and see if we can talk to Coach Hollinger. Coach Hollinger, we're going to walk this direction. And he's running some time-lapse right now with his gentlemen. They're running, I guess, towards the east. This is an east-west field. East-west field right here. And they're doing some time-lapse right now. And we'll double-check here. So got a text in. My wife, she said it sounded good. That was Coach Toll. Coach Toll made that interview sound good, as he always does. And we're going to wait right here patiently for Coach Hollinger. He did provide us an email back this week. Very kind gentleman. He also did a year ago. He's working in his second year here at Heritage High School. He's got an overall record of 11-4. He is 3-2 right now with his Patriots. And they're working the time ups right now. They got offense, defense. They're working it up right there, Larry. I tell you what, they're getting used to some contact before the game.
Yeah, working on stripping that ball, and defense kind of reactionary here right now. And second team offense look like yellow shirts running the ball, but yeah, they're looking like getting ready for it.
So we're going to walk this direction, see if we can get close. We're going to meet right now.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to talk right now with Coach Hollinger. Coach Hollinger, it's always a blessing to get an email from you.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate all you do for Heritage football and for Tipton football and just high school football in general.
Coach, I'm going to mention Coach Jeremy Hollinger. You're 11-4. You're working in your second year for the Patriots. And you graduated right here.
Yes, I did. I graduated in 2005. I played for legendary head coach Bob Yeager, who the stadium is named after. And there's still even some coaches that coach me on my coaching staff now, namely Coach Dean Lehrman, who's the head baseball coach here and used to be the head football coach as well.
And you're the JV baseball coach.
Yes, I am. Yep, I have a passion for athletics, and I love football and baseball, and I coach JV baseball here as well.
Coach, I'm going to ask you, I can see by your physique, you've got in the weight room. What positions did you play? High school football, I'm guessing you might have played at IUPU and up there in Fort Wayne.
No, unfortunately, I didn't get to play anywhere. I played center growing up, and then I got shifted to right tackle, and I had the fortune of playing right tackle as a starter for a team that won a sectional back in 2004. It's nice of you to notice. I try to keep up with my physique. So does my staff. I think it makes us a closer unit. We work out together before games. It's kind of a nice tradition that we have going, and it makes us, just burn off a little energy before the game, and it makes us closer as a staff.
Absolutely. Hey, I want to talk just here briefly. We'll talk about, Mr. Lucas Weber. He'll carry the ball tonight. I got to mention, Larry looks in it, and the Football Digest magazine. It's great. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do agree. I love the Football Digest. We're always big fans, and again, we just love the attention that they bring to our athletes. That's what it's all about. It's all about the kids. Nobody wants to see the coaches out there. They want to see the kids and who's coming up, who's gained weight, who's been working in the weight room, who's the next breakout star. So we love the Football Digest.
We're talking about your quarterback, but I'm going to mention, if you open it up to where Class 2A begins, you do the spreadsheet there, you see about 15 guys, and they are considered preseason All-State. Lucas Weber is listed as a defensive back on that page.
Yeah, Lucas does a great job at defensive back. He was a 2-year starter for us at corner. He had 5 interceptions, I believe, last year and only allowed 2 passes to be completed against him. That along with 28 solo tackles, a couple pass breakups. Now Lucas has shifted over to safety, which is kind of the captain of our defense, and he's also an explosive offensive player. He's normally a running back by trade. He led us in rushing last year and had 11 touchdowns, but due to an injury, we've had to force him into action at quarterback, which we're excited to see what he can do.
That sounds good. How about Jax Litchfield? Does he go by Jackson?
He goes by Jax, actually, but it is Jackson. Jax, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, he is a fantastic wrestler. He had an appearance in semi-state as a freshman. That's what he loves to do. He's a defensive lineman for us, and now he started running the ball for us this year. He's got 4 touchdowns on the year. He's a constant presence in the other team's backfield. I don't know if I've been around a harder working kid than Jax Litchfield, and that's exciting because he's only a sophomore.
We know he's going to be on the defensive line, too.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be wreaking havoc back there in the defensive line.
Okay, last question. Related or not, outside linebackers, number 8, Alden Bowers, number 15, Nolan Bowers. They're big guys. Alden 6'4", 208. Nolan 6'5", 202.
Yes, they are brothers. One senior, one sophomore. They are related, and the Heise gene ran strong in their family. They have quite the little competition going, as brothers tend to do. Alden is constantly a little annoyed that his little brother's a couple of inches taller than he is, so he's always making up for it by being a little bit heavier, a little bit stronger. Alden's a workout warrior. Nolan is just a freak of nature as well. It must be nice to be young and be 6'5".
I wouldn't know either.
I sure wouldn't know either. I love those boys. I love the way that they compete. They're both tight ends. They're both outside linebackers. They always grab each other to block each other. I feel like I'm watching toddler sibling rivalries play out on our football field. It's a lot of fun. That's what high school football's about.
Hey, man, tell you what, thank you for your time. It's a beautiful night for football.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks for your time. Yep, thank you. So we're going to walk this direction. That is Coach Jeremy Hollinger. He gave us quality time. Look at him. He's sprinting in. I know Coach Toll can do just the same.
Yeah, I tell you what, Doug, you can really tell that he loves what he's doing. And, two coaches, again, that are coaching for their alma mater, and that always makes it even more special. So you could tell the passion in his voice and the love for his players. And so I could see why his guys want to run through a wall for him.
Hey, Larry, while we're thinking of it, let's go ahead and talk about this weekend, the New Earth Festival. That's tomorrow and Sunday, the 27th and 28th. That always happens the final weekend in September. Tomorrow and Saturday, it'll be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And look at that. It started way back when?
1974, 51st year.
That's amazing. It is the longest running festival in the state of Indiana, I should say, in Hamilton County.
Yeah, I'm sure there's another one longer than that, but it's been going on for as long as I can remember. We've lived here since, about 1990.
Maybe so. I tell you what, they say tomorrow morning it's going to be 55 degrees, no rain, and then it'll get up to about 80, both days, Saturday and Sunday. And I've got to mention, you got to explore this website. It's MrMuffinsTrains.com. Mr. Muffins, that's plural, trains.com. They're in downtown Atlanta. And Larry, I found out today, AtlantaIndiana.com. If you go to AtlantaIndiana.com, you can check it out, and you can ride the Nickel Plate Railroad, and you can book your ride. That's going to run from Noblesville to Atlanta. That's going to be a kid's dream.
Yeah, that would be a great time. That railroad track runs just about through my backyard in town Cicero. So, we'll be hearing them blowing the whistle for the next 2 days.
I tell you what, when I was about 7, I saw there at Dolly's Park, there in Atlanta, I saw a train tipped over, dumped out a whole bunch of grain. I was talking with Fred Farley about that not long ago.
Yeah, it's I can't remember that, but it's that time of year too. Just coming up here, kind of nice long drive from Tipton, and saw a lot of combines out there, a lot of dust in the air, and so folks, when you're traveling, be careful because there's going to be a lot of corn wagons and bins and combines on the roads.
I saw a dust blackout when I went through it. I could see absolutely nothing. I slowed down, but we're going to walk this direction. We'll walk up the stairway. We're going to walk up this area, and we'll work from the visitor sideline, I should say up top tonight. And we'll mention the band out on the field, probably getting ready for the national anthem. We'll walk this direction. We'll try to put in a pregame up here. We'll talk about each school. And they're playing the Blue Devils fight song right now. That's nice for the home team to do such a thing. So they probably worked on that this particular week. And we'll mention a little bit about the Heritage Patriots. Heritage Patriots, they have a school enrollment of 507. They're in Class 3A, Sectional 28. In their sectional, there are 8 teams. They are Mississinawa, the Indians. They're currently 5 wins, 0 losses. The Heritage Patriots, they're 3 wins, 2 losses. Oak Hill, the Golden Eagles, are 3 wins, 2 losses. Fort Wayne Lures, they are the Knights. They're 2-3. Delta Eagles, they're 2-3. Norwell Knights, they're 1-4. Jay County Patriots, they're 1-4. And the Belmont Braves are 0-5. And we'll also mention the principal at Heritage High School is Steve Walter. And we're going to set this down for the national anthem. their national anthem, that was performed by the Heritage Patriots Band out in front of the grandstand. We'll mention again, principal at Heritage Christian, I should say at Heritage Patriots, is Mr. Steve Walter. The athletic director is Mr. Tim Burton. The athletic secretary is Bailey Fuller. Heritage High School is located at 13608 Monroeville Road. That's Monroeville, Indiana, 46773. Their area code is 260-446-0140. On the web, it's hhs.eacs.12.in.us. The weather color is red, white, and blue. They perform in the Allen County Conference. There are 7 teams in the Allen County Conference. Current standings are like this. At number 1, they're 3-0 in the conference. They're 5-0 overall. That's Bluffton. At number 2, it's Adams Central. They're 2-0, 5-0 overall. At number 3, it's Southern Wells. They're 2-0. They're 2-3 overall. Number 4, it's South Adams. They're 1-1. They're 3-2 overall. At number 5, it's Heritage. The Heritage Patriots are 1-2 in the conference. They're 3-2 overall. At number 6, it's Jay County. The Patriots are 0-3. They're 1-4 overall. And at number 7, Woodland, they're 0-3. They're 1-4 overall. We are at Heritage Stadium, synthetic field turf. And we'll mention Heritage Patriots are currently 3-2 on the season. They're 1-2 in the Allen County Conference. Offensively, they give up they score an average of 23.6 points per game. They give up an average of 16.8. Their head coach is Jeremy Hollinger, kind enough to speak with us pregame. He's a special education teacher. And you can tell we got a horn beside us, but that's okay. Coach Jeremy Hollinger, he's 11-4 in his second year. Tonight, he walks in the stadium 3-2. He did go to high school right here at Heritage. He's a 2005 graduate. Went to college at Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne, 2011 graduate. Next game on the agenda for Heritage is going to be next Friday, October 3rd. The Bluffton Tigers will be right here with the Heritage Patriots. Conference game, 7 p.m. And I got to mention, I enjoyed a very fine dinner right there at 9 Mile Restaurant. They are fabulous and a famous. That's a 9 Mile Restaurant. They also do catering. And talk to Morgan. Morgan was my waitress, and she lets me know she has a senior son that goes to school right here at Heritage High School. And she also let me know the fog this morning got their school out of school just for the fog. And so they didn't go to school today, but they actually have homecoming. That's probably part of it.
Thanks, AJ. We'll talk about the Tipton Blue Devils now. Tipton High School has an enrollment of 454. Tipton was founded in 1962. They operate in Class 2A, Section 36. There are 8 teams. Eastbrook Panthers currently 5-0. Rochester Zebras 4-1. Eastern Comets 4-1. Tipton Blue Devils at 3-2. Alexandria Tigers at 3-2. Elwood Panthers at 2-3. Wabash Apaches 1-4, and Blackford Bruins at 0-5. Principal at Tipton is Mr. Craig Leach, AD Colin Quinn, and athletic trainer Mr. Burke Emmert, taking care of the athletes at Tipton. Tipton High School is located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them at 765-675-7431 and follow them at tiptonathletics.com. Colors are blue and white. Operate in the Hoosier Conference Small School Division. Current standings, Tipton Blue Devils are 1-0, 3-2 overall. Central Catholic 0-0. Haven't had a conference or small school conference game yet. They're currently 1-4. Benton Central 0-0, 0-5 overall, and Rensselaer Central 0-1, 3-2 overall. Tipton presently football team is scoring at the clip of 30.2 points a game, giving up 23.2 points. They're currently 3-2, again 1-0 in the Hoosier Conference Small School Division. Coach Aaron Toll is in his 21st year with a record of 146-88. He is a Tipton High School graduate from 1990 and an Indiana University graduate in 1995. Next up for the Tipton Blue Devils will be Friday, October 3rd. Will be a home game. Lafayette Central Catholic Knights come visiting the Tipton Blue Devils at 7 p.m.
Hey, thanks, Larry. Hey, if you want to just rotate around, you talk about the Hoosier Conference final scores from a week ago, last Friday.
All right, yeah, here we go. Last week, week 5, September 19th, at Frontier High School, the Frontier Falcons scored 55 points, beat Benton Central Bison with 6. At Twin Lakes, Logan Sport Berries 45, Twin Lakes Indians 28. At Rensselaer Central, Tipton Blue Devils 33 to Rensselaer Central Bombers 14. Lafayette Central Catholic lost to West Lafayette 34-27. And at Western, the Western Panthers 22, Hamilton Heights Huskies 13.
Hey, thanks, Larry. Here come the Patriots out of their locker rooms. We'll mention Hoosier Conference game night tonight, September 26th. Week 6, 5 games on the agenda. We'll mention that 1-4 Central Catholic out of the small school division. They're going to go against 3-2 Rensselaer Central. Those small school matchups. We'll also mention a big game in the big school division. 5-0 Logansport are at Hamilton Heights tonight. They're 1-4, and it is homecoming night at Hamilton Heights. We'll mention in the non-conference game tonight, you know about this one. 3-2 Tipton Blue Devils are right here with the 3-2 Heritage Patriots. And then a big school versus small school. It's 4-1 Twin Lakes. They are at Benton Central tonight. Benton Central looking for their first win. And we'll mention also a big school division ball game. It's a big one. 4-1 Western. The Panthers are going to be at the West Lafayette Red Devils. Red Devils are now 2-3, Larry. They started out 0-3.
Yeah, getting their game back together here.
So they're going to work the lineup right here. We'll go ahead and mention the Allen County Conference. Last week, September 19th, final scores at Adams Central. It was Adams Central 14, Heritage 7. At Jay County, it was Bluffton 40, Jay County 0. At South Adams tonight, South Adams, the Starfires 49, Fort Wayne Blackhawks. We'll mention they scored 6. And then at Southern Wells tonight, last week, Southern Wells 34, Woodland 21. And Allen County game night tonight, week 6. Games happening here on September 26th. 7 o'clock starts for all 4. 1-4 Jay County Patriots are at the 1-4 Woodland Warriors. The 3-2 South Adams Starfires are at the Adams Central Flying Jets. The 2-3 Southern Wells Raiders, they are at the Bluffton Tigers. Bluffton Tigers 5-0. The Tipton Blue Devils, as you know, 3-2. They're right here with the Heritage Patriots, 3-2. And Larry probably knows who's going to kick off.
I didn't catch it either, AJ. I think we'll see if Brogan Ferd goes out on the field. If not, that means we're receiving.
Well, we'll see if Brogan goes out. I tell you what, Nathan Hawkins been booting the ball pretty well. He had 6 kickoffs last week. He put 1 punt inside the 20.
Yeah, I see Nathan out there, so it looks like the Blue Devils will be kicking off to start the first half.
And what this field looks nice. Looks like it's been around a little bit longer than the Blue Devils 2 or 3 year field. I would guess 5 or 6 years. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I like the two-tone of the green. Kind of gives you a pretty good idea where you're at on the field at a quick glance.
Kind of looks like a Notre Dame. Do they do that at Ohio State?
No, we don't play those games. We just green. That's all we do.
Does Ohio State have grass?
No, we have field turf now. Yeah.
That sounds good. To most people, some of these NFL players want to go back to grass.
Yeah, I see that. There's been studies that, really is better for the athletes.
So they're going to boot it away. It's going to be Nathan Hawkins. He'll line up about 7 yards deep, a little bit soccer style. And set to receive right here is the Patriots. Heritage Patriots. There's the boot. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to go in no man's land. It's available. It's picked up. The Blue Devils, Zach Emberson, going to land on the football at the Heritage 28-yard line.
I kind of watched them practicing that kick this week, and Zach would be the guy to get down there. He's a track guy, and got down there real quick.
That was wonderful. I think that was all by design.
It sure was.
So the Blue Devils going to have the ball on offense. Sometimes they say the receiving team going to have the ball first, but sometimes it don't work out that way. So Blue Devils are going to line up. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. They'll have trips to the left. They'll have Dakota Garment split out wide right, short side of field. In the backfield, Chase Hussey. He'll get the pitch. He'll go left side. He'll cut it up 5-hole. He'll get what he can. He'll get about 5 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up about a 2nd and 5.
Wyatt Birch on the tackle there from his position on the defensive line.
So they're calling it 2nd and 5 on the scoreboard. We've just begun. Clock moving inside 11:35. First quarter. Blue Devils kick off and end up with the football. Right there, Zach Emberson at the Heritage, 28-yard line. Ball's spotted there at the 22-yard line. Shotgun snap. Hand off again, right to left. It's Chase Hussey. Hussey going to get the ball down to the 15-yard line. They'll move the chains, and the Blue Devils have their second first down in the ballgame.
Yeah, and a enormous hole there blown between, looked like, center and guard there on the, I'm pulling the blank here, AJ.
Running about the 3-hole right now.
Yeah, it was.
So the Blue Devils going to break huddle. They jog up to the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 16-yard line. Heritage territory. It's at the right hash. Shotgun. Still in the backfield is Chase Hussey. Slot left, slot right, short side of field. Going to take the snap. He's going to hand off again, Hussey. Hussey gets the call. Coach Toll said in pregame, you got a hot hand, and they're going to keep handing the ball to him.
Yeah, Brody Boyle on the tackle for the Patriots, but again, another nice size hole, this time on the right side of the line.
So ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Heritage had no idea they'd be playing defense at this point in the game.
Yeah, they expected to have the ball in their hands, but that was not to be.
So shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. To his right, just behind him is Chase Hussey. Trips to the left. Split out wide right is Dakota Garment. They'll hand it off to Hussey again. They'll go left side. They'll go 3-hole. He'll get it inside the 10, and they're going to mark him near the 5-yard line, and he's going to need 1 for a first.
Yeah. That was Wyatt Birch again on the tackle, senior, 5'10", 232.
At my they did get the first down. It's 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Ball resting just inside the right hash. This is an east-west field, and Blue Devils are working to the west right now, right from the goalpost inside the right hash. Shotgun, Quinn Toll, Chase Hussey in the backfield. Going to hand off Hussey. He'll go up the middle. He'll cut it back to go up the seam, and it's going to be down at about the half-yard line, near the goal line.
Yeah, another big hole there from between Will Wolford and Grayson Witherow, and a nice jump cut back by Hussey to get in the end zone.
I tell you what, that horn sounds a lot like the Minnesota Vikings starting out the game with the skull.
Yeah, the crowds are getting a bit of a taste of the real Friday night football as we're sitting here on the visitor side with the Blue Devil fans.
So shotgun. Ball's at the half-yard line. Split out wide right, Zach Ridgway. Low snap, taking it himself. Touchdown, Quinn Toll. Quinn Toll's going to put it in the end zone. Quinn Toll picks up touchdown number 4. Number 4 on the ground for Toll.
Yeah, it was kind of a worm burner there from Grayson Witherow, but nice hands by Quinn Toll, kind of playing the shortstop there, gathered it up and found his way in.
So Brogan Ferg out. He's going to spot that block right there at the 10-yard line. He'll put it down there. Quinn Toll will do the holding. Grayson Withrow, the short snapper. Calls for the ball. The ball's a good snap, good hold, good boot. So the Blue Devils put 7 on the board, and it took them 3 minutes to do so.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach Toll said they were going to try to start fast, and it couldn't be any faster than that. Great onside kick, if you will, kind of medium kick, and nobody gathered it for the Patriots, and, just methodically right down, 5-6 yards a pop and into the end zone.
Yeah, we got to thank our sponsors here tonight. Larry will mention Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, they're located at 203 West Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana. That's 46072. You can dine in, you can carry out. Their phone number is 765-675-6199. They have American Comfort Food. They have breakfast all day, and they've been doing it since 1964. They've got good food, good friends, good times. And they are back in the Blue Devils, and they have since the very beginning. They also have Dairy Queen on the other side of town. Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 800 East Jefferson Street, Tipton. They're open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and they offer dine-in, drive-through, carry-out, and outdoor seating. That is Dairy Queen and Jim Dandy Restaurant in Tipton. Blue Devils going to kick the ball away. Nathan Hawkins, there's the whistle. Here's the approach. There's the boot. He'll try the same technique to be caught this time at the 34 by the outside return man, about the second row, and the Blue Devils are going to tackle him out of bounds. They will get pretty good yardage, I guess, field position right here, and they'll start right there near the 40-yard line.
Again, Zach Emberton down there to make the tackle on this one.
The ball spotted up. It's nosed up to the 40 from the left hash. Everybody's going to run their first play from scrimmage. Run into the huddle right there is number 3, Lucas Weber. Lucas Weber wearing that topographical on his helmet. What's he called, Larry?
I'm not sure. Oh, we're going
to buy several of them.
Guardian cap, yeah.
Guardian cap. There we go. Shotgun. They're going to stop play. They're going to stop play, and they got the tee on the field. They'll go pick up the tee. They'll throw it off. And I guess sometimes you could actually step on that. It'd be rare, but the official is right on top of it.
You could sprain an ankle pretty good on that if you didn't see it.
I can sprain my ankle on a rock.
I'm about a twig anymore.
So shotgun. Weber turns around, faces, heads the ball off to Litchfield. Jax Litchfield, the ball carrier, he's a sophomore. He'll get a good gain. He'll pick up 4.
Yeah, it was Chase Hussey on the stop, but Jack Roach was in the backfield big time on that one.
They're going to back it up. They're going to say he got a gain of 3. It's second down 7. Ball's resting at the Heritage 43-yard line. Right there near the logo. It's near the middle of the field. They'll line up in a slot, tight slot left side. H-back right side. Single man in the backfield. Here comes near motion with the H-back. He'll reset. There's a shotgun snap. Taking the ball again. He'll hand off again. Litchfield. Litchfield out to the 49. Ball came loose. Ball is loose. Blue Devils are pointing their direction. They're going to go in and see if they didn't get in a big hurry to see what happened, and they're going to say the ball going to stay with the Heritage Patriots.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. That was awful close, but looked like Nathan Hawkins on the tackle there, and what would have been the recovery from Zane Durham.
So a ball placed at the 49. They're going to back it up to the 48-yard line. They're calling it 3rd and 2.
Yeah, never seen that formation, too. They've got a guy in motion there with 2 guys right in the backfield, hip to hip.
Shotgun quarterback. 3 back to the right. They'll hand off at the first down. Up the middle. He'll get across the 50 down to the Blue Devil 40-yard line. They'll move the chains. And number 28, that is Jack Litchfield. He's 6'1" and 195, sophomore.
Yeah, Slade Springer. And they did the exact setup again. Instead of pulling guards and a tackle, they've got the 2 wingman right there side by side leading that surge.
So first down, Heritage. 7:44, clock moving. Blue Devils take an early advantage. 7-0 contest. Blue Devils put it in. 3 minutes. Gonna fake the handoff. Look, maybe about a busted play there. Lucas Weber, he turned to his left. Nobody there. He took it himself. Might have picked up 4.
Yeah, Jack Roach on the tackle there had it read, but yeah, I think that was a busted play.
So they'll spot it at the 37-yard line. 7:17, clock moving. They start the play clock at 40 seconds. Going to the sideline, getting the play. They'll tell it to the huddle. 20 seconds, they break huddle. Heritage to the line of scrimmage. They'll line up at an H-back, left side. Tight slot, right side, large side of the field. Shotgun. Weber. He's going to follow a blocker. He's going to try to go on his own there. He'll find a hole, and he'll get up to about the 6 hole. He'll pick up a couple, maybe 3, and looked like the ball might have been loose there momentarily.
Yeah, Dakota Garmer on the tackle there, but yeah, he just took it himself, and yeah, the ball was definitely bouncing around.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 pretty good size play here for both teams. Blue Devils would like to force a punt, but they're probably in 4-down territory.
Yeah, and this offensive line, they're not huge, but they're good, stocky, strong kids, about 220 across the board.
So from the 37, 3rd and 7, shotgun. Lucas Weber, here comes near motion. He'll reset left side. And Litchfield going to get the fake. He'll fake it to him, and Weber's going to run up the other sideline. He'll go up the Heritage sideline. He'll pick up definitely necessary yardage, but they run the RPO possibly, or just the pass option.
Yeah, Zane Durham forced him out of bounds, but I thought the tailback had the ball. I was following him with the binoculars and then saw it wasn't with him.
That looks a lot like a Joe Laddie back in my day, Southeastern. He could make you think everybody had the football. 5:52 on the game clock. 1st and 10. Ball's at the Blue Devil 28-yard line, just inside the right hash. Shotgun quarterback Lucas Weber, Litchfield in the backfield. They missed the handoff again. The Blue Devils are in the backfield, and that was another botched play. Missed handoff. I believe Lucas Weber turned the wrong direction, or Litchfield did just the opposite.
I think that was, I believe that was Brady Henderson on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
Brady Henderson working tough for the Blue Devils as a senior this season. And the ball moves back, putting it at the 26-yard line. A gain of 2. It's 2nd down 8 for Heritage. 5:11 left here in the first quarter. Clock moving. Shotgun. Lucas Weber. They'll reset. H-back goes right side. 3, and they'll hand the ball off to Litchfield. He'll go right side. It's going to be a flag. Flag thrown in from the umpire, so you know that's got to be a holding.
Yeah, Zane Durham, and they're not fooling anybody. They're lining up, ankle to ankle, no splits at all with that offensive line.
So it's going to be a holding penalty, and the Blue Devils are going to accept the penalty, so they'll back them up 10 from the point of the infraction. Where the flag lay, they'll back it up 10. So they're going to reset, and Blue Devils kind of like that penalty.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they do, yeah.
I did mention the Blue Devils last week, 85 yards in penalties, 8 penalties. I know it was an away game, but the other team not even half that.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
So they back it up, back to the 36-yard line. Ball's in the middle of the field. 2nd down, 18. Lucas Weber, shotgun quarterback, checks the sideline. Coach Hollinger. They'll reset the H-back. They'll run a slot. They got trips to the left. They'll move the H-back in on the line of scrimmage, making 7-man line. Dropping the throw, first pass in the ball game. And it's going to be caught. Caught by Heritage, coming back to the football. He'll get down to the 35-yard line. And that first catch in the ball game. Tall gentleman. I'm guessing it was one of those Nolan boys.
Yeah, I think so. But that was a Will Wolford on the stop. But Jack Roach was in there putting good hot pressure on the quarterback.
So I'm guessing that was Lonte Castle. No, I double checked there. He had an 8 on his. It was Aiden Bowers. Aiden Bowers tied in. And he came back to get it.
Yeah, he's a 6'4" frame. He's a big target.
So ball resting at the 35-yard line, Blue Devil territory, just inside the left hash. First quarter, 4 minutes straight up, clock moving. Shotgun quarterback, Lucas Weber. He'll fake the handoff. They're going to drop the throw back against the green in the flat left side. And Litchfield makes an easy grab, and he'll get a lot more yardage after the catch. Litchfield caught it in the left flat. And Litchfield is going to be down near the 6-yard line, a good gainer.
Yeah, good quarterback roll out there. Litchfield caught it, and he was on a roll by the time Zach Emberton came up, tried to get him out, and then Dakota Garman had to clean it up.
So the ball spotted down near the 7. They're calling it the 7. 1st and goal. Tell you what, Larry, last year we were home. We were fighting a big-time wind.
Oh, yeah, it was something. I've never seen wind up here like that at all.
So shotgun formation. Ball's at the left hash, 7-yard line, 1st and goal. Heritage on the cadence. He'll take the ball himself. He'll go up the cut. And Lucas Weber going to get down near the 2. It's going to call it the 1. I tell you what, Larry, when Lucas Weber acts like he missed a handoff, I think that's by design.
Yeah, I think that's about the 3rd time we've seen it, but Will Wolford on the stop there for the Blue Devils.
He just follows Litchfield right up the hole. And Weber, you got to mention Lucas Weber on the season, I mean, he's got 508 yards in just 5 games.
Yeah, he's shifty.
So under center this time, Lucas Weber. Calling the cadence. And dive it forward, and he'll get close and call a touchdown. The Jets broke the plane. Took some time there for the the north and south line judge to call a good touchdown.
Yeah, he got right on the center's backside and ran it right in with him.
So they're going to go for the point after. Presently, it's a 7-6 ball game. Blue Devils in front. 2:48 left here in the first quarter. We're going to try the point after touchdown. We're going to spot it right there. We're going to see number 3. Number 3, the kicker. That's Lucas Weber. And there's the boot. And he politely put it through the uprights. He didn't have to swing that leg much.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm really impressed with the Patriots' offensive line again. Not as huge as we've been seeing, but, 219, 232, 224, 232, 222, and they're all athletic guys. They're not these big, heavy guys that move slow. They're pretty athletic kids.
Absolutely. I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Rutledge Well Drilling. Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service. You can call them at 765-292-2315. Again, that's 765-292-2315. Or visit them on their website. Go to RutledgeWellDrilling.com. They're just west of Atlanta, just west of the Earth Festival this weekend, a couple of miles on 296th Street. They are licensed, insured, honest, dependable, and always professional. That's Mike, Nathan, and Levi Rutledge. And Mike is still the main drip. So here comes the approach. Lucas Weber. He handles the duties. It's going to be a line drive kick, going to bounce hard. Going to be picked up on one hop at about the 8-yard line on the return. Dakota Garman. Garman's going to get it out beyond the 20-yard line. So Garman's going to have about a 14-yard return. The Blue Devils will put the ball in play right there. 1st and 10, and they're checking on everybody getting up off the surface there. Everybody's okay.
Yeah, that looked like number 15, Nolan Bowers, sophomore, 6'5", 202 on the tackle.
The Blue Devils, 1st and 10, 2 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-7 contest. Blue Devils, second possession. They'll split out. They'll go slot. Right side, split out wide right is Zach Ridgway. In the slot is Dakota Garman. Low snap taken by Toll. He'll pass it in the right flat, picked up by Isaiah Mahaney. Mahaney's going to get a good gainer off the, I should say, that is Jaron Aller. Jaron Aller out of the backfield. I tell you what, his hands are just like glue.
Yeah, he made a nice grab there. That was Lucas Weber on the tackle for the Patriots.
So Weber, in that Football Digest, one of the top 15 in 2A. They listed him as preseason All-State. Shotgun. Quarterback Quinn Toll. Take it to Dakota Garman on the jet sweep. He'll keep the ball himself. He'll go left side. He's got a good run there. He's got more than a first down. He'll take it out to the 45-yard line. Blue Devil territory is going to become 1st and 10. Blue Devils from the left hash.
Like number 11, Jerry Gerber on the tackle for the Patriots.
So they spotted the left hash. Blue Devil, new set of downs. You did say hello to Carmelita, didn't you?
I did, both her and Devon, yeah.
Or Carmelita, I'm not sure.
Carmelita.
Carmelita. She's been at a lot of ball games in her day, along with Devon.
Exactly, yeah. Carmi and Devon are great people.
I tell you what, Tyler, Chad, they got a great family. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. He'll take the snap handoff. Chase Hussey. Take him in the backfield. They get a positive gain. They'll slow him up to the line of scrimmage. He'll get a couple of yards extra at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a second down and about a long 7 for the Blue Devils. Middle of the field. So they'll put the ball in play there, getting the play from the sideline. I should say the offensive coordinator is Dustin Shear. Dustin Shear played for the Huskies, played for the Wisconsin Badgers quarterback.
Exactly. Elon Minich on the tackle for the Patriots.
So the Blue Devils to the line of scrimmage. They're going to line up with three receivers right side. Zach Emberton is the furthest outside, nearest the Blue Devil sideline. So shotgun snap taken by Cole. Out of the backfield, Chase Hussey. He's going to roll right. He's going to float one. It's going to be incomplete. The ball is forward pass. It cannot be a fumble. It was a forward pass. The ball either slipped out of his hand or maybe brushed maybe a shoulder pad as he tried to release it.
No, I was looking at it. It just kind of flew out of his hands and, slid right off his fingers.
Okay.
To say, not me, right?
I thought I said he slipped out of his hand. But anyway, the ball is spotted right there at the 47. They'll run a play. I guess that's go for the next play.
Yeah, sure will. Well, so probably looking at another pass here, I would guess.
So 3rd down, 8. Blue Devils break huddle in unison with the hand clap. 12 seconds on the play clock. They're good shape. They'll line up with Dakota Garman left side, Zach Ridgway right side. Single man in the backfield. I believe it's Zach Durham. They're going to throw a flag, and it's going to be early movement. It's going to be illegal procedure against the Huskies. I should say against the Blue Devils. And I'm talking about Javon and Chad and those guys. But I've got to mention that was something else there.
Yeah, I didn't really see it unless it was Zane Durham just leaning a little bit. But if it was just a hair.
Zane has been working on that because he got the same call last week.
Yeah, like I said, I saw him move just a little, maybe, but
it was thrown by the umpire behind the quarterback, behind the backs. 45.6 left. They back up 5. It's now 3rd and 13. So slot left, slot right. Shotgun. Here comes near motion. Dakota Garman. They'll fake the jet sweep. They'll pass the screen play. They'll go left side, and Zane Durham going to get out to the 49. And the Blue Devils probably going to send out their punting unit. So they'll work it out on the field right there. 31 seconds left. That was going to be probably the last play of this quarter, Larry. The clock's going to empty out.
Yeah, and that was Lucas Weber again having a nice game on defense on the tackle.
So the Blue Devils do not have to snap the football. 17 seconds. Play clock is on top of the game clock, and that's what they're going to do. Coach said just hold still. Come on over. Coach told Coach Frawley, Coach Dustin Shear pulling them on over to the sideline because the play clock is at 6. The game clock empties out right there, and it's got a whistle on the play clock, on the game clock.
Yeah, kind of little, I don't know, little different sound.
And I will mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Ranger Roofing and Exteriors. Is your roof ready for game day? At Ranger Roofing and Exteriors, they do. Yes, they do. They do the best. They know the best offense is a strong defense, starting with your roof. From repairs to full replacements, siding to gutters, they've got your home covered, literally. Ranger Roofing and Exteriors is locally owned and operated by Jordan Beck. Jordan Beck and his team plays hard, works harder, and does not stop until the job is done right. Ranger Roofing. You can mention this ad and score $500 off a new roof install. That's Ranger Roofing, protecting your first line of defense. Ranger Roofing, call them at 317-361-7858. Again, that number is 317-361-7858. Or go online to rangerroofingexteriors.com. So you're going to punt the ball away.
Yeah, I was wondering if any defense would show up here, but penalties kind of hurt the Blue Devils on that drive.
The Blue Devils line up at the 48. Looking for the snap, Nathan Hawkins. He's standing at his own 34. They'll let the boot go. High elevation. It's going to go near they call that the coffin corner. And right there, about the 10-yard line, Dakota Garman, one of the best gunners, along with Zach Emberton, stops the ball at the 10.
Yeah, he caught that on first bounce there. So he was that was a nice high punt and nice deep punt from Nathan Hawkins.
All of last game, Nathan Hawkins had one punt inside the 20. His first punt goes inside the 20 to the 10.
Yeah, that's what you want. You know, if you're going to have get stopped on offense, you know, at least pin them deep as they did right there.
So Heritage is going to have their second possession. It's a 7-7 contest. Ball's at the 10-yard line at the left hash. Heritage going to line up in a shotgun. The umpire is going to hold the game up just a moment, and he's going to let Lucas Weber know that the TV is not caught up yet.
That's what
I'm just kidding. But the radio is, we're caught up. We're going to catch up when they let us kind of catch up. Shotgun. Lucas Weber, he'll hand off. They'll go right to left. They'll go power football, and he'll get what he can. They're going to spot him out to about the 13. Might be a gain of 3, about a second down 7. Ball carrier was Litchfield.
It looks like Grayson Withrow getting up off the pile there for the tackle with the Blue Devils.
So ball still at the left hash. You're going to give him a gain of 2. Well, he earned it. Litchfield is second down 8. Play comes in from the sideline. Lucas Weber, he's getting the plays brought in for him.
Yeah, he's, like I said, he's not a big guy, but, boy, he sure can move the ball.
So he's saving some energy from not running to the sideline to get the play. Here comes motion of reset. There's going to be a stoppage of play. And there's going to be a timeout by Heritage. I didn't see where the play clock was at. Did you happen to see the play clock?
I didn't.
So Heritage calls timeout. It's 2nd and 8. And the Blue Devils are going to utilize this timeout, talk amongst themselves, and we'll also mention tonight's ball game being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies, you can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in, if only to browse around. They're located at 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They've got trophies, awards, plaques, and much, much more. Fast turnaround, prices are low. They're so low you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophy, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. That's 46060. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone, 317-773-7391, or online at noblesvilletrophies.com. So they're going to pull the Heritage team out. They'll run right to the line of scrimmage. Timeout over. So Heritage calls their first timeout. Blue Devils still have 3. 11:08, second quarter. Going to line up in a shotgun, Lucas Weber. He'll send his only back out in the flat. They'll get a flat pass again to Litchfield, and Blue Devils are going to tackle him in bounds. It's going to be a gain, but not as much as last time.
As Zane Durham on the tackle, a good pursuit over there from his outside linebacker position.
So clock moving, 10:51. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line. Heritage territory. It's 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, Blue Devils. Blue Devils could get a good stop here. They'll get a good punt field position.
Yeah, I'm sure they would really like to get the stop here and get the ball back.
So shotgun, Lucas Weber. A year ago, he was a running back. He's playing the quarterback position. Motion away. They'll reset other side of the line. They're going to give the handoff to Litchfield. He'll go around left side. He's trying to break contain. He will break contain, and he'll get enough to move the chains. We'll double check here. And yep, they're going to move the chains. 1st and 10, Heritage.
Yeah, Slade Springer on the tackle there, but first down.
So ball's going to be brought back into the left hash. Spotted at the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Heritage. Official rolling the clock. Play was made inbounds. 10:08, 7-7 contest. It is a beautiful night for football, Larry.
It is. You know, the sun came down, cooling off a little bit. Great night.
So shotgun quarterback, Lucas Weber. Single man in the backfield. I don't believe it's Litchfield. Calling for the cadence, Weber. He's going to a little bit of a quarterback draw. Blue Devils right there to sniff him out. Now, I'm not sure if that wasn't a busted play. I don't know.
Yeah, that one did not look as smooth as his other carries, so we'll see.
I tell you what, when you got a guy like Lucas Weber, a busted play could go for better than a design play sometimes.
Yeah, sure can.
So the ball spotted out to the 19-yard line. They're calling it the 20. It's about nosed up halfway from the left hash. 9:20 on the game clock. They break huddle. Heritage to the line of scrimmage. 7-7 contest. Shotgun quarterback. We got 2 guys moving. They'll reset. They'll be okay if they reset. And they do right side. Lucas Weber going to take the snap. He'll drop a couple steps. He'll throw the flat. A knee on the surface. I believe the catch was made, but a knee on the surface makes him down.
Yeah, Zach Ridgway on the coverage, but he didn't need to tackle him because he was down by contact.
So they move the ball out to the 24-yard line. We're calling it 3rd and 8 on the board. And they'll break huddle at the left hash. Heritage to the line of scrimmage. Going to line up split left. Tight end right. They've got an H-back right side. They got a single back in the backfield. Here comes near motion. He'll reset. They've got 3 backs right side. And there goes Lucas Weber. And Weber's going to be stopped pretty much in his tracks right there. And they were running that fake handoff, and Weber knew what to do.
Yeah, Will Wolford on the tackle there smelled it out from the very get-go.
So it's 4th down. We're going to see the punter. First time for Heritage. You're going to back up in punt formation. So they're going to work it right there. 2 deep for Tipton. It's going to be Isaiah Mahaney left side to the right side, Dakota Garment. They're standing on about the 40-yard line, the Blue Devil 40. Going to take this snap at about the 11-yard line. Snap's good. Boot is low elevation. It'll bounce once. Mahaney will pick it up. He'll fake right. He'll try to get the Blue Devil sideline. He'll cut it back in, and he'll get it across the 50-yard line. And the Blue Devils are going to start this possession via Isaiah Mahaney at the 44-yard line of Heritage.
Yeah, Anderson Dunaway, senior on the tackle for the Patriots.
So they might mark that in the 43. They're going to mark it at the 44 from the left hash. And Quinn Toll has the play. He'll jog into the huddle. Quinn Toll, I tell you what, he is good. He's in good shape.
Yeah, he sure is.
You got to be in good shape to do that type of job. So they're going to line up with trips to the right. Tight end left is Jaron Aller. Single man in the backfield, Chase Hussey. Calling the cadence right there. Quinn Toll, shotgun quarterback. He'll hand off right to left. No, he'll keep the ball. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Quinn Toll faked the handoff left side to Hussey. And I got what he could. He got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
That looked like number 28, Jackson Litchfield on the tackle for the Patriots.
Litchfield plays the front line. He's got 16 tackles on the season. He's got 1 sack.
Yeah, he sure looks bigger than 6'2", 205 to me.
He does. He's a bulky guy with that gear on. So Blue Devils have a slot left. Tight slot in the H-back is Aller right side. Aller's going to block. Dropping the throw. Pass play across the grain. Right there near Dakota Garment. A little bit underthrown. Quinn Toll had to throw off his back foot.
Yeah, he was under some pressure there, but he threw it a little bit further outside, and if you're going to miss, that's the place to miss.
So 3rd down 11. 3rd and 11. Ball spotted near the 45-yard line. 45-yard line, Heritage territory. The umpire rotates the ball. He puts the ball where the center would like it, and that's a good way to do it. Nice of him. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Trips to the right. Dropping the throw. They need 11. He's going to roll right. Still looking to pass. He will pass, and he'll find his receiver. Was that Zach Ridgway? Nope. Yes, Zach Ridgway, 6'6". Hey, I think he did just get a first down.
Yeah, you could see Quinn kind of pointing him into the right direction where he wanted him, and a great job by Zach coming back to meet the ball, helping his quarterback out.
They're going to say he's short. They say it's a yard off. We do have the Blue Devils player standing in front of us, in front of the chains, but 4th down. They need 1, Larry.
Yeah, I think you're probably going to see Hussey here.
I might see Toll. We might see. We'll see one of them. Be a good time to throw a pass. You're going to be told you're going to go left side 1st down. So Hussey led the way, and Toll needed 1. He got about 4.
Yeah, that was a nice call there. Chase Hussey was like going gangbusters there, and Quinn just snuck in right behind him.
I think either one of them was going to get it.
Yeah. Quinn looks like he's hanging an arm or wrist or something, but he's shaking it off.
So 6:18 clock moving, 2nd quarter, 7-7 contest. Blue Devils threatening to take the lead again.
Yeah, would see what they got here now. 1st down, and they're on a little bit of a roll here.
Slot right, slot left, shotgun, dropping the throw, pass play, right side to flat, couldn't bring it in, low pass. Try to bend down there and get it. That was Mahaney. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, just a little low for him to get down there and grab, but try it again here.
So 6 minutes straight up. We've played 3/8 of a football game, Larry. It's a 7-7 tie.
I was never good with fractions like that, AJ. So I'll take your word for it.
Don't give me that. Anybody that can weld can do that.
Well, I'm not much of a welder either.
So shotgun. 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line of Heritage. Single man in the backfield is Chase Hussey. Slot right, split left is Garmin. Gonna give the handoff. They'll give it to Chase Hussey. He's got a good gain. You're going to pick up 5, at least 5 there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down 5 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Wyatt comment on the tackle. Junior, 5'11", 232.
So they're going to set the ball right there. 3rd down 5 at the 27-yard line of Heritage. Ball's in the middle of the field. Blue Devils staring right at the goalposts here at the west end. We're going to back in. Trips to the right, split out wide left, Garmin. Shotgun, 2 steps back. Going to go long ball to the corner. Going up for the football, just incomplete. Flag on the play. 5-14. Toll sent that ball into double coverage. But Dakota Garmin nearly came down with it, but there's a flag.
Yeah, he went up and tried to get it between 2, and that was, I believe that was Cassell on the, or Castle, I'm sorry, on the coverage there, and he's 6'5" himself.
So if this was NFL, this would be illegal contact, but it's going to be interference. I'm not sure if the ball was in the air, but it's going to be defensive holding. So the defensive backs were holding, and the Blue Devils are going to get yardage. Let's see if that's going to net a 1st down, and it will. So they're going to bring it inside the 20 near the 18-yard line. 5:14 left before halftime, and the Blue Devils have the ball near the doorstep. They're in the red zone now.
Yeah, that was fortunate for the Blue Devils. It gives them a 1st down and right down there in the red zone.
So they do not want to take a penalty, do not want a sack, and they don't want a turnover. Dropping the throw. Going to flush out of the pocket. Going to run for a 1st down. He did what he can. Good gainer there. Flushing out of the pocket. Quinn Toll. And Quinn Toll's going to pick up about 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, Wyatt Burst, senior, on the tackle there for the Patriots there. 5'10", 232 senior.
So Blue Devils have the ball at the Heritage 12-yard line. A good friend of mine, his family, that's Mark Carter. Charlie Carter used to play for Coach Toll. He was tight end, wore number 88 back in the day, not too far. They're at Somerset, Kentucky. They're camping right now listening to this ball game. Shotgun. Quinn Toll. Going to hand off. Chase Hussey. Hussey going to get inside the 10. Hussey near a 1st down. He may have gotten it.
Yeah, it looked like a nice block out there by 54, Nathan Hawkins.
So it's going to be 3rd and 2. 3rd and about 1.5. 4:15, clock moving. 7-7 contest. Blue Devils having a game that they would prefer to have to this point.
Yeah, it's been pretty methodical. Not a whole lot of passing, but moving the ball.
So shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Slot left. Split out wide left is Jaron Aller. Slot right. They're going to hand off up the middle. Slade Springer. Slade Springer gets the carry. He's going to get close to 1st down. They're going to call it 1st down. They're going to stop and check it out. And they're for sure going to need to check this out.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty nice surge there to get that 1st down. That was Brady Boyle, number 4, on the tackle with the Patriots. He got leading the team presently with 26 tackles.
Okay, they dropped the sticks there. I was curious for a moment. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. So Blue Devils just inside the right hash. Single man in the backfield is Slade Springer. Shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. He'll take the snap. Springer gets the handoff again. He'll go left side about 1 hole, and that's the A gap between the guard and the center, and he'll get near the 5. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line for the Blue Devils. Clock moving, 3:08 left in the 1st half. Blue Devils have 3 timeouts available.
Yeah, Nolan Bowers, number 15, sophomore for the Patriots on the tackle.
So from the 5-yard line, play comes in. Also, Zane Durham enters the huddle. Slade Springer going to get a good hand clap. He'll jog off. Couple of good runs for Slade, senior athlete.
Yeah, he's been in the weight room getting pretty big.
Shotgun quarterback Quintal takes the snap, hand off St. Durham. St. Durham inside the 5. He'll get to the 4, maybe the 3. They're going to spot him close to the 3-yard line. And Blue Devils, Zach Emberton enters the huddle.
It looks like number 8, Eldon Bowers, on the tackle for the Patriots.
So 3rd down, goal. They're calling it the 4 on the scoreboard. Zane Durham, he sprints off. Don't want that 12-man huddle. So they break huddle. Splitting out wide right is Zach Emberton. Going to be a timeout. Timeout called, and it's going to be called by Heritage. Heritage is going to try to set up a goal line.
Yeah, I think we may see a little play action here from the Blue Devils. Kind of try to freeze them on that play action and see what they can get. But that's just my guess. We'll go with that. How about that, AJ?
Sounds good. Hey, we'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. Since 1983, they've got great cars, great prices, great customers. You can reach them at their dealership in Fishers, Indiana at 317-842-2228. You can get a rare 2-point safety with their 2 Hamilton County locations. One is Fritz and Fishers, 8599 East, 116th Street. And one is Fritz in Noblesville. That's right there on State Road 32 between Westfield and Noblesville, 2400 Westfield Road. And for that 2-point conversion, you can explore their quality used car inventory. That's fritzandfishers.com. Visit them online or on site. fritzandfishers.com. FRITZ. Larry, how's your middle school football team doing this week?
Well, we had 2 games against Sheridan. 7th grade lost a close one, 22-20, and 8th grade was all over the Blackhawks, 56-0. We were up 48-0 at halftime and called off the Dogs, and so a good win.
There's the whistle. Play clock begins. 2:08. Clock will start on the snap. After the timeout, Chase Hussey in the backfield. Shotgun quarterback. Quinn Toll's going to take the run. He's in the end zone. He was bound and determined. I tell you what, we got that train right here beside us.
Yeah, it looked like followed Will Wolford in there, and Chase Hussey and Will Wolford get in the end zone.
So Blue Devils go back out in front again with 2:04 left here in the second quarter. 13-7. Brogan Ferg out to boot it through the uprights. Here comes a snap by Withrow. There's the boot. The hold was good. And it's a 14-7 contest. Blue Devils looking to spoil a homecoming here tonight.
Yeah, well, I was kind of right there. It wasn't play action, but Quinn decided not to throw it, just follow Hussey right in the end zone. So good call there, and well blocked by the offensive line. Gave him a nice hole, and Quinn found the end zone.
Hey, Larry, we'll also mention tonight's ball game is being brought to you in part by Camino and Company. They're in downtown Noblesville, Indiana. They're right there on the square, northeast side of the square, kind of catty corner from Smith Jewelers. They're at Lagdon. You'll see Lagdon, Lagdon, over the sidewalk. Camino and Company, we'll mention, they are a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the Camino and Company founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino SS. That El Camino is owned by V.E. Witham. V.E. Witham is the grandpa of Carly Witham Elbrett. That's Carly Witham. Carly Witham is the owner of Camino and Company, and their goal at Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concepts to the Camino and Company completion. You can explore their website. Again, it is Camino-and-company.com, and they are now booking 2026 brides. Comes to kickoff. There's the approach. Nathan Hawkins, end under end, good elevation. Taking it to 15 on the return. Heritage, you'll go towards the Heritage sideline. They got good blocking out in front. A flag comes in way back there, so they're going to throw a flag. That was a good return, but it looked like that flag was needed because the block that was thrown kind of sprung him.
Yeah, he took that clear from the far right to the opposite sideline, and looked like Zach Emberton forced him out of bounds.
So they picked the flag. They'll back it up. Officials letting the Blue Devils know it's against Heritage. They're going to spot it from the 39. They'll back it up from the 39. So they'll go back to the 29-yard line, and they'll start this possession right there. With 1:55 left, Larry, Heritage, to my knowledge, has 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, it looks like it. And, again, the Blue Devils are hoping they're going to keep them under wraps here in the first half.
So ball's at the 29-yard line, Heritage territory at the left hash. They'll send out a receiver wide right. That is number 11, Gary Gerber. He's a senior, 6'1", 174. Shotgun quarterback, Lucas Weber. Single man in the backfield, believed to be Jax Litchfield. Play clock is good. They'll reset. They got a slot now right side. There goes a snap. They'll pass it in the flat left side. Barely a forward pass in the backfield, and he'll get out to the 40-yard line. They'll stop the clock to move the chains, but it looks like Heritage is going to go right to the line of scrimmage to run another play.
Yeah, Zach Emberton and Dakota Garman on the tackle.
So again, slot right. Single man in the backfield. Lucas Weber takes the snap out of shotgun. Pass play, left side low, incomplete. 1:40 on the game clock. Clock stops, and it's going to be a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, diving knockdown there by Slade Springer, almost picked it off.
Ball spotted, left hash at the 40. Heritage Patriots 40-yard line. 1:40 on the game clock. We're approaching halftime. 14-7 contest. Blue Devils in front. Shotgun quarterback. They get a slot right. Drop the throw, 2 steps. Weber, he'll throw in the flat again. Left side. He'll be bumped out of bounds. And another good play. And they're just trying to stop the clock, and they did.
Yeah. Emberton on the stop again, and Castle, 6'5", 185, made the tackle. Made the reception. But, Blue Devils are giving them the short game.
So it's at the 48-yard line. Heritage territory. Went out of bounds. Clock stopped at 1:34. Play clock at 18. To the line of scrimmage. Heritage. Patriots, slot right. Slot left. Going to run the ball this time, Lucas Weber. They go up the middle. The Blue Devils going to tackle him, but not before first down yardage is made. And he'll take it to the Blue Devil 41-yard line.
Yeah, Quinn Cole in at safety made that tackle.
So they'll roll the clock. 1:25, clock moving. Heritage, I believe, 2 timeouts left. Shotgun. Weber, he'll throw it right side in the flat. It's going to be caught by Gerber. And making the catch, he'll get a minimal gain. He'll be tackled in the field of play. It's going to be a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Zane Durham on the tackle, but he was kind of getting held there before he made the tackle.
So Heritage absolutely run this 2-minute offense. They're trying to save that timeout for when they absolutely evidently need it. 54 seconds, clock moving. Pass play. Left flat cut. Blue Devils right there to hit him in. It's going to be for little or no gain.
Yeah, Zach Ridgway read that one, came up and made a tackle for no loss, or a loss on the tackle.
So it's their first, they call their 2nd time out here, Larry. 45.8 left. When the ball's resting at the Blue Devil 46-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like showing all 3 now called by the Patriots, so they'll have no more timeouts.
So 45.8 seconds left here in the second quarter. Talking it over each sideline, and we're going to right there near the numbers. 14-7 contest. And Heritage with 1 timeout remaining. Blue Devils do a pretty good job tackling them in bounds.
Yeah, they have been. And, again, we'll see if he wants to try to throw one down the middle. Lucas has basically only thrown probably, 4 or 5 yard passes so far.
So this is basically throwing some long handoffs out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Raiders lived a whole season like that in 2002, I believe it was.
AJ, you got a mind to remembering things. I have no idea.
You know, the MVP was that year, right? Yeah, you do. Richmond. So shotgun. Dropping the throw. They'll throw this for positive gain. They'll get what they can, and they'll get to the 30, maybe inside the 30, near the 29, but he'll stop the clock, getting out of bounds with 39.9 left.
Yeah, Zach Emberton on the tackle there.
So ball spotted at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Patriots. They'll call a play here. So the play went out of bounds, 39.9 left. Blue Devils still have all three, don't they?
Yeah, I would think the Blue Devils would be looking for something outside because they don't have time they have no timeout, so it's going to be something outside. So maybe they could jump one here.
So shotgun, Lucas Weber. Handoff, backfield. Going to run, try to break contain. He will. It's Jack Litchfield. Litchfield gets to the 20-yard line. They're to the red zone. Clock moving, 28 seconds at the line of scrimmage. Heritage. There's a right hash. A 2nd down, 2. Clock moving, 20 seconds. Going to roll right. The Blue Devils on him in the backfield. He squeezes out of it. Trying to make the play there. Lucas Weber stays on his feet, gets inside the 10, maybe about the 7-yard line, and what a play.
Yeah, Jack Roach had him dead to rights. I don't know how he got out of his grasp.
Understand they're going to spike it. They say spike it, some say clock it, but they throw the ball on the floor of the facility right here, and they stop the clock without using their timeout.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to try they're too far to try a run. I would think it'd be that maybe something outside again, or maybe down the middle.
Well, I imagine that Weber could definitely hit a field goal from where that ball's set.
Yeah, I would imagine he could.
But are they going to roll the dice?
I would if I was them. I'd probably throw it out to your big receiver, Castle over there, 6'5", see what he can do.
This might be the last play of the first half, Larry. 5.9 left.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe something jump ball in the corner, see what happens.
Ball's at the 8-yard line. It's 1st and goal, probably the last play, unless it's a defensive penalty. Blue Devils looked at their alignment and called a timeout, and they're going to set something up. It's about like a timeout in a basketball game.
Yeah, I think I'd put Dakota Garman on Castle here, both guys 6 foot and over, and see what he could out jump him.
While we're waiting here, we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Discount Copies. They are big time helpful for putting me in sports.
Yep, they do a great job for us.
And we'll mention Discount Copies, conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana, 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32 along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards. Posters and oversized printing also available. And also, if you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone, 317-773-8783, or you can email them at discountcopies96@gmail.com. So they're getting ready to start the play clock. Everybody's at the line of scrimmage. 5.9 left, 2nd quarter. 1st down, goal from the 8. Pass play, loft pass to the pylon. It's going to be out of bounds. Not sure if he caught it anyway. But the catch was made out of bounds, but they still have 1.9. So Coach Hollinger knew he could get a playoff. Let's see if he's going to utilize the kicking team here.
Yeah, like I thought, jump all over in the corner, and Zach Emberton with great coverage.
They're going to send out the holder. Lucas Weber is going to line up to kick the ball, Larry. We know Lucas Weber can run. He can pass. He is the quarterback. But I'm guessing they're going to go for the 3 points.
Yeah, we'll see if they try something a little fancy.
So waiting for the snap. There's a snap. There's the hold. There's the boot. And we'll go to half. So wait a minute. It's good. They didn't run the clock off. They didn't run the time off. They was acting like that was a point after touchdown, but they need to just run the clock out right now because we're at halftime. They didn't start the clock. But everybody knows that it's halftime and it's homecoming right here. And we go to halftime at 14-10 contest. Tipton takes a 4-point lead into the locker room.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Stoll is happy with that, and defense playing pretty well. But again, giving up a field goal here on a nice nice 2-minute drive.
Hey, thanks, Larry. Hey, we'll go ahead and mention another sponsor bringing this game to the listening ears is Bubbles and Bark Spa. Bubbles and Bark Spa. We'll mention they just began on July the 7th of this year. They are conscientious. And Katie Waite would love to work with you and your dog. If you love your dog, Bubbles and Bark Spa will love your dog too. You can find him on Facebook at Bubbles and Bark Spa. That's Bubbles and Bark Spa. They're located in Sharpsville. That's their address, that they are on the east side of 31. Pretty close right there where 931 bends around, and you can take the overpass to Kokomo, or you can bend in or go through town. So that's where they're located, 3660 West 500 South. You can reach them by phone at 765-415-2476. You can email them at Bubbles, the letter N, Bark Spa at yahoo.com. You can let Katie, that's Katie Waite, she will love your dog as if it were her own. At the age of 15, she began bathing dogs. After graduating high school, she got her license to groom, and she has been grooming ever since. Katie, now an entrepreneur, at the age of 21, she's a 10-year member in 4-H, and she'll provide a full groom. That full groom includes a haircut, nails, paw pads, potty patch, and an ear clean. That's Bubbles and Bark Spa. And I'm right there, Sharpsville. And I will also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Edward Jones, Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement of our young athletes. What they receive from the coaches, teachers, and mentors is off the charts. Kurt D. Hare. That's Kurt D. Hare. I'll mention he was a teammate of Shad Durham.
Did not realize that.
He certainly was. Kurt D. Hare, he threw the football.
Oh, Chad
didn't. No, Chad blocked for him. Kurt D. Hare, Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Tipton High School Blue Devils football team on PutMeInSports.com. For all of your investment needs, you can call 765-675-9535 or visit edwardjones.com. That's Edward Jones, member SIPC. And I will also mention today's contest is in part being brought to you by Hope Jewelers. They're in Tipton. Hope Jewelers in Tipton. Precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton, next to the Diana Theater. Hope Jewelers, they're located at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-9720. Hope Jewelers, they're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They're open on Saturday, 9:30 to 2. That's Hope Jewelers in Tipton. And I will also mention tonight's ball game being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. Real estate IQ. Yes, she has a real estate IQ that will work for the benefit of you. Lisa specializes in residential and corporate relocations. She has a vast knowledge with more than 25 years of question answering experience. You can let Lisa look or let Lisa list to what she was the listing leader in August for Century 21.
Well, it's a great job.
She works hard, and she used to work pretty darn hard for the Pork Festival. She was there 2 decades plus.
I'm sure, yeah.
And that's Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. She knows that each home is precious. She is highly recommended. She's a real estate agent and a real estate broker. To contact Lisa Stokes Bear by phone or by text message, You can dial her up at 317-513-4086. Again, her number is 317-513-4086. So, well, Larry, that looks like the band's going to perform. And I saw them when I got here. I got here about 5 o'clock. They were working the flags there. They were practicing, and that's what it takes.
Yeah, it looks like they've got several Golden Girls out there, a la Purdue. 5 of them, I believe, here in at the Heritage. So getting ready to start off. Got a lot of xylophones on one side, horns on the other side. So we'll been treated to some great high school bands here this year so far, and so we'll see what we get to listen to this evening. All right. So,
well, Larry, last week, we're talking about NFL now. Last week, I look over here, minus the Thursday night game because we don't really know that one because it's already been played. And you went 10-6.
I'm on a roll here, AJ.
13-3 last week, 10-6 this week.
I need to start doing my own website where I give people the lines there, make some money off this thing.
Jimmy the Greek in essence.
I guess so. I hope I'm not quite as big as Jimmy the Greek was, but we'll doing pretty good so far.
I would have liked to have seen him stay, honestly.
Yeah, he was very knowledgeable, that's for sure.
Okay, Larry, we're going to try to work these.
I do.
We'll try to work these out right here. Oh, here they are. Let's see if we can work these out. But so we'll talk about last night's game, Seahawks and the Cardinals. I watched the first quarter. Did you hear how that game ended up?
I did not.
Here's a synopsis for what I heard today on NFL radio. The Seahawks and the Cardinals. Seahawks were up by 14 late. Cardinals came back, scored 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points in succession, tied the ball game. So we'll mention both these teams started last night 2-1. Okay? In the fourth quarter, like I said, Cardinals tied the ball game, but they left 28 seconds on the clock to be able to do that, and that was enough time for the Seahawks. But I'm going to tell you this. You know about the NFL kickoff. We talked about that.
Sure, yep.
Last night, it bit the Cardinals in the rear side. The guy kicked off. The landing zone is from the goal line to the 20.
Right.
He didn't get it to the 20, which makes it automatic. Seahawks got the ball on the 40, wow. Almost ready to kick a field goal.
I didn't realize that's how that rule works.
So they got a few yards, and it was Sam Darnold that got him in position. Vikings should have kept him. But anyway, got him in position, and the Seahawks kicked a 52-yarder and won it 23-20.
Well, that's a heartbreaker.
That was a heartbreaker. Okay, we'll start with Sunday's games. Okay, Sunday's games, I got 7 lows here. First game is going to be the Vikings and the Steelers. They're going to be in Dublin, Ireland. It'll start at 9:30 Sunday morning, and that'll be live here in the States, Eastern time zone.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling the Steelers for some reason on that one.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not. It's Ireland. I mean, something about, purple in Ireland just don't seem to go well. So I'm thinking silver and or yellow and black, gold and black might sound some more Dublin-y to me, I guess. I don't know. I'm grabbing straws here, AJ.
I'll tell you what, Aaron Rodgers is not going to get away from the pass rush of the Vikings.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, well, I'm going to check this for you. I got the check here. Because they're both 2-1 right now.
Yeah, should be a good game.
Okay. All right, now 2-1 Commanders are at the 1-2 Falcons. And I will mention Jaden Daniels is still out with a knee. Marcus Mariota is going to play again, quarterback for the Commanders. And I found this out today. Back in 2022, Marcus Mariota started 12 games for the Falcons.
Sure did. I remember him down there for 1 year, but I don't know. It's at the Falcons. I'm still going to go with the Commanders.
Okay. Commanders, like that. Okay, 3-0 Chargers are at the 0-3 Giants. Hold on a minute. Jackson. Okay, we got Jackson Litchfield out here. Jackson Dart is going to get the start over Wisconsin Badger Russell Wilson.
I tell you, I saw him a couple times in college, and I was very impressed with him. I'm not sure I'm that impressed to go with him this week, but I think I'll take the Chargers.
Okay, I like that. Okay, for 0-3 Titans are at the 0-3 Texans. Pick them.
I got to take Texans.
Texans. We don't want the Texans to win because they're in the AFC South with the Colts. All right, 3-0 Eagles are at the 3-0 Buccaneers. I got to tell you this. We both love Baker Mayfield, but I found out today that he has not practiced this week. He's got a shoulder, a little bit of a shoulder, but he's going to play.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Buccaneers.
I'd take him too, with what was just said. All right, 1-2 Panthers are at the 1-2 Patriots.
I'm going to take the Patriots just because they're a home team.
Okay, Patriots. 0-3 Saints are at the 3-0 Bills.
I need to call my wife and see how much money I got in the bank to lay on the Bills here, but I will take the Bills.
They're saying Josh Allen is a front runner right now for MVP.
I would think so, yeah, the way he's playing.
I like him. He's a good guy. Okay. The Browns are at the Lions.
I'll take the Lions.
All right. Take the Lions. You saw how the Browns won last week, right?
I didn't see how they won. No, I heard they did, but didn't see how.
Was it the payout? They blocked a kick, Packers, and took it on in.
Yeah, I do remember that now.
I got a field goal, I think. But anyway, they beat the Packers. That's all I need to know.
Exactly.
Okay. 4:05. There are two games. 2-1 Jaguars are at the 3-0 49ers, and Brock Purdy is back in the lineup.
Take 49ers.
Okay, 4:05 game. 3-0 Colts are at the 2-1 Rams, and I got to mention, found this out today that this is their 47th meeting. Their first meeting happened in 1953 when the Colts originated in Baltimore. And I got to also mention this. The Colts are 3-0, right?
Yep.
The record the Colts have against the three teams that they played, the other three teams collectively are 1-8.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to have that much luck this week. You know, going clear across the country playing the Rams, I'm going to take the Rams this week.
Okay, but we're for the Colts, right?
Whatever you say, Agent.
I'm for the Colts. All right. Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got an eraser on it, Larry. Okay. 4:25, 2 games. First one is 1-2 Bears at the 1-2 Raiders.
I'm going to take the Raiders just because I think the Bears, I don't know. I'm just not sold on them yet.
All right, we'll go with the Raiders. I like their coach.
Yep, absolutely, yep.
74 years old. Oldest coach has ever done it in NFL.
There you go.
I like him a lot. 4:25 game. Ravens, I forgot this. Ravens are at the 1-2 Chiefs.
You know, you keep thinking that the Chiefs can't be that bad, but I'm going to take the Ravens.
I like that, but I do like George Karlaftis quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure do.
Okay, 8:20, Sunday night, 2-1 Packers at the 1-2 Cowboys, and Micah Parsons switched teams.
I think I'm going to go with the Packers.
Oh, man, I need the Cowboys to win.
I think the Packers going to be angry after last week.
Good one. All right, Monday Night Football, there are 2 games Monday night. 7:15, 0-3 Jets at the 0-3 Dolphins. Pick them.
Jets.
Okay, the Jets. And how about the second game will be at 8:15 Eastern Time. Bengals at 2-1 at the Broncos at 1-2.
The Burrow-less Bengals, correct?
Burrow-less Bengals, he'll be gone for another 3 months.
Yeah, Broncos
in that ballgame. Okay, that completes them. So, Blue Devils coming out of the locker room. They're to their sideline. Heritage yet to come out. I think the game clock is showing 2:34. I believe they're going to put 3 more minutes up there. Blue Devils, we'll double check, but we'll find out. But what a ball game right here, Larry. 14-10. That, I don't know what kind of decision. That might have been a big decision to kick the field goal there going into the locker room?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I might have thrown that ball up to their big 6'5" receiver and see if he could come down with it. But it doesn't look like Lucas Weber is really that long of a thrower. He's pretty accurate on that short stuff. But we'll see if that hurts him.
Both teams come here 3-2. Both coaches knew from looking at each other's game film that this was going to be a game.
Yeah, it sure has been. And like I said, I think each team has been doing what they do well. So we'll see who can kind of kick it up to the next level.
And if you would talk a little bit about that Guardian helmet places. Let's talk about that if you would, please.
Guardian caps, it's really kind of a mixed reviews. Our Rydell rep, obviously, says that they're really, don't provide any more protection than a good Rydell Speed Flex, that type of a helmet. The Guardian cap people throw out this 30%. What do they say? They reduce the risk by 30%. Well, what does that really mean? And how do you come up with that? But they surely has got the NFL involved with using those at their practices. I think that's probably a good sales thing for them. But as a football coach myself, especially of young guys, I think any additional protection you can give the guys, that's probably something you should consider as a parent.
Absolutely. I tell you what, Jim, how many you got on your middle school collectively?
Well, I've got we only have about 4 guys on the sidelines. We're both 7th grade and 8th grade, so just enough. But we're playing Ironman football. Most guys going both ways, and a lot of guys getting nicked up and that kind of thing, and that just kind of goes with it. But I'm looking forward to the weather getting a little cooler here. At least you don't have to, worry about a guy's cramping up and getting that heat sickness, that kind of thing. So I'm ready for the fall to kick in.
I think you got a game this Wednesday, not too far from home.
Well, yeah, we've got a game. I believe it's Tuesday, Hamilton Heights. Yeah, so we get one practice in. We don't practice on Fridays, and our game was on Thursday. So one practice, and then we get to go down and see what we can do against the Huskies. So that'll be. It's always a good game, and they've got pretty good teams as well this year, and so we'll see how that one works out.
So the Blue Devils and the Patriots are getting ready for second half. Blue Devils are stretched out. They're ready to go. Game clock is at 1 minute, 20 seconds. And say what, in the locker room, a lot of words spoken by the coaches, but the players are listening ears.
Yeah, sure are. And I'm sure Coach Stoll was a little upset that they were allowed them to march down the field on the 2-minute drill or less than 2-minute drill. So, to get away with that and only 3 points on the board instead of 7, I think you'll take that. So, again, I think both teams will just kind of come out and keep doing what they've been doing. It's been working somewhat and a lot of runs. So the first half really clicked by pretty quickly. Not a whole lot of passes and a lot of penalties and those kind of things that'll stop the clock. So looking to see if we continue that trend here in the second half.
I tell you what, when you just think about it, the officiating has kind of been invisible. I mean, a good baseball game, you go watch a good baseball game, the umpires are there, but they're kind of invisible. They just kind of run the show, but you don't really notice that they're making calls that are outrageous.
Yeah, well, the big one that helped the Blue Devils obviously was the holding, defensive holding on the wide receiver when Blue Devils were down there in the red zone and gave them a first down. So that was probably one that loomed the biggest.
And I would guess the IHSAA appoints the officials to wherever they need to drive to.
Oh yeah, I know Jason Bales, who's a middle school teacher at Tipton. He's on the crew, and he goes all over the state.
So Blue Devils are going to receive the second half kickoff. Lucas Weber back to kick, 11 yards deep. Here comes the approach. Here comes the boot. High elevation, pretty lengthy kick. Going to get taken inside the 8 by Dakota Garman. He'll follow the wall. He'll go up the middle of the field. There'll be a flag come in from the white-hatted umpire behind the play. So he throws a flag in there, and you know it's going to go against the Blue Devils.
Yeah, it looked like Litchfield on the tackle there for the Patriots.
So he's explaining the call to the coaching staff of Tipton before he lets the press box know what the infraction is. The flag lay there at about the 23-yard line, Tipton territory, but they're getting ready to walk off some back towards the Tipton's goalposts. And I didn't see his actual, but it's got to be some type of a holding. It's going to be 1st and 10. Blue Devils will have the possession. They're going to back it up 10 yards from the 24. So they're actually going to put it at about the 12-yard line, Larry.
Yeah, not exactly where you want to start the second half.
So ball's in the middle of the field. Now they move it 1 yard further, and they put it at the 11. That's okay. We talked about invisible officials. So they're going to work right there. The trips to the right. Single man in the backfield. Chase Hussey will get the handoff. He'll break it right side. Almost broke contain. He worked it on right side, veered it out. Got a positive gain, picked up maybe a couple.
Yeah, Lucas Weber from his linebacker position made the tackle.
So 2nd down, 8. Blue Devils first possession, second half. Second half has just begun. Blue Devils in front, 14-10. Blue Devils 2 major scores, 1 major for the Heritage, and then a field goal going into halftime. So slot left, tight end right. Jared Aller, hand off up the middle. Chase Hussey breaks through. Good blocking. He breaks through, gets a good gain. Not going to get a first down, but going to get close to first down yardage. It's going to be about a 3rd down and maybe 2.
Yeah, it looks like Jack Litchfield on the tackle again. It appears that the Patriots are going with more of a speed defense. They've got their big 300-pounder out of the game. A lot of more agile guys in there, so maybe they saw something they want to change.
It's more like a 3rd down. They got 4 on the board. We'll call it 3rd and 3. Shotgun. Quinn Toll, see him in the backfield. Chase Hussey. You're going to follow the blockers. You're going to veer it out left side. Going to be a first down. Quinn Toll made a good move there and got out of bounds. Did not take an unnecessary hit. First down, Blue Devils.
Yeah, that was a nice fake by Quinn. Everybody, convened on Hussey, and he just pulled it back out and made a nice run out of it. Sorry.
So they move the ball out to the 32. 1st and 10, Blue Devils. They break huddle. 10-32, got out of bounds. That was Quinn Toll. Going to line up Dakota Garment, split out wide left. Wide side of the field, trips Mahaney in the slot. Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Dropping the throw, 2 steps out of the shotgun. He'll look, he's going to let one go. Going to be overthrown, going to be picked off. Going to be picked off at the other 35. Heritage 35, he moves the ball into Blue Devil territory. Trying to strip him on the sack, on the tackle there. Good effort by Jaron Aller. Try to get the strip sack. But Lucas Weber, he's a defensive back, and that's why the Football Digest had him on that page.
Well, I'll tell you what, they look like they're wanting to force the Blue Devils to run. They had 6 defensive backs in there, and that makes it very difficult to pass the football.
So Blue Devils going to turn the ball over on downs. I take that back. On an interception. That happens there.
Yeah, it does. Like I said, 6 defensive backs. They weren't forcing them to run, and Blue Devils decided to pass it.
You got to move on. You got to erase that memory. Shotgun quarterback, Lucas Weber. Ball's at the 33-yard line of Tipton. They're going to reset. They'll have 2 H-backs left side split in. Left side. They're going to hand off. Litchfield, number 28. He'll get the carry. He'll get inside the 30. They're going to mark him near the 28-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
As Nathan Hawkins had him by the ankles there, dragging him down.
So ball spotted just inside the 29-yard line from the right hash. 9:50 on the game clock. We're in the 3rd quarter. 14-10 contest. Blue Devils in front. First possession. Second half, Heritage. Ball's at the Blue Devils 28-yard line. They'll go motion away. They'll reset. 2 H-backs left side. Going to hand off from the shotgun. And might be a tackle for a loss right there. Blue Devils in the backfield right now on Litchfield.
Yeah, great tackle by Joe Vaughton, penetrated and got him around the ankles.
So they'll back it up just outside the 31. They'll back it up to the 31. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Blue Devils' opportunity here to make amends to that interception.
Yeah, we'll see if they can stop the run because I'm sure that's what they're going to do.
So shotgun quarterback, Lucas Weber. They'll line up again, move the H-back right side, left side. And they're going to run the ball with Lucas Weber. Litchfield going to lead him around, and he'll get to the 25-yard line. It's not going to be a first down. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4.
Yeah, just out of the big paw reach of Jack Roach, about Joey Vaughton brought him down.
So ball is nosed up to the 25 left hash. Tipton territory. 4th down. They have 3 on the board. 4th and 3. Clock moving. 3rd quarter, 8:22. Line up in a shotgun. Lucas Weber. Single man in the backfield. Believed to be Jackson Litchfield. Slot right. Litchfield out in the flat. They're gonna be a flag, and I'm not sure if that's going to be a legal procedure. I don't think he gave them. They're going to double shift. They're going to have an illegal shift against Heritage. So they'll back it at 5. It'll become 4th down and 8.
Yeah, I tell you what, cornerbacks for Blue Devils were off a good 10, 12 yards with only 3 yards to go. That was a little bit loose coverage.
They didn't get their shift done quite when the snap started because Litchfield was in motion to empty the backfield. So they back it up 5. Ball's now at the 30-yard line, left hash. And it's 4th down, 7. They're calling it 7. Says 4th and 3 on the board. Now 7. So they'll line up in a shotgun. They got slot right, split left. They'll take the hand up. They're going to pass. Rolling out right. Lucas Weber, he'll let it go. Incomplete. Dakota Garman was there. Dakota, I think he was going to miss that ball on purpose.
Yeah, Joe Vaughton got a good penetration, put pressure on the quarterback, and and Dakota just let that one fall to the ground.
So the Blue Devils are going to take over at about the same spot when Quinn Toll was picked off. The only thing different is some time's off the clock.
Yeah, but no blood, no foul, huh?
Amen. So they're going to move the ball out across the 30. It's at the 31. I think we gained a yard. Ball's on the 31 now.
Yeah, there you go.
So they mark it to the 31. It's 1st and 10 Blue Devils. They'll line up with 3 receivers right side. Mahaney is in the slot. Slot left side is Dakota Garman. Empty backfield, they hike it. Right there to Quinn Toll. He gets what he can. He goes left side. It's about the 7 hole. Odd hole numbers to the left, even hole numbers to the right. And they're going to pick up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Weber on the tackle there. It's a little quarterback on quarterback violence.
I tell you what, most coaches go odd numbers to the left and even numbers to the right. Mike Hilton went just the opposite, and he did that when he was at Seeger. I asked him, and he won the first sectional for Seeger.
Whatever works.
Shotgun quarterback, Quinn Toll, slot right, slot left, short side of the field. Handoff, Chase Hussey. He'll go up the gut. He'll go right side of center. That's the 2 hole. He'll get what he can. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage, not much more. Maybe a gain 1. And they're going to call it 3rd and 4 for the Blue Devils. And ball resting at the 37. Blue Devil territory.
Yeah, going back to the big boys. Caden Blevins back in the game, 6'2", 338, number 63 on the stop.
Wow. So ball's at the nosed up to the 37. Slot right, slot left, short side of the field. Shotgun quarterback. There's no offsides. And the Blue Devils are going to get a first down by penalty with that Quinn Toll hard count.
Yeah, the long count there. They got exactly what you want.
Tell them in the huddle, guys, hold up. I'm going to go double count here. And Brett Favre made a living.
Oh, yeah, he had that nice little head bob he used to use.
Well, they caught him on that.
Oh, yeah, but
finally.
Yeah, finally.
So the ball's out to the 42. It's a first down. Blue Devils didn't need to run a play. Slot left in the slot, Dakota Garman. Split out wide left is Zach Ridgway. Split out wide right. They go motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. They get to Dakota Garman, keeping the ball himself. It's Quinn Toll. He's going to pick up a couple. It's going to be second down, about 8.
Litchfield on the tackle there. He read that one the whole way.
So ball moves out to about the 43-yard line, still in Tipton territory. Tipton using some clock here. 5:55 left here in the third quarter. Tipton's defense got him out of a jam prior to getting this ball back. Trips to the right. Split left is Garman. They'll pitch it right side. Chase Hussey. He'll stay on his feet as long as he can. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down, 8.
Brady Boyle, number 4, on the tackle for the Patriots.
So they mark it back at the 43-yard line. Ball is in the middle of the field. 5:25, clock moving. Play clock at 26, starting it at 40. I tell you what, that 40-second play clock, when they operate that correctly, it works well.
Yeah. We'll see if they bring in nickel back here and make Quinn try to thread the needle.
So Blue Devils, third down, 9. They're calling it 9. Closer to 8.5, and a slot left. Trips to the right, empty backfield. Dropping the throw, Quinn Toll lets the ball go. And right now, they were in his face.
Yeah, he middle linebacker just blitzing here. Got a good running start there and got through the line. Clean shot on Quinn.
Quinn got the pass off. If he was able to step into that, that would have been a completion, but he did what he could.
Absolutely, he got as much on it as he could.
So Nathan Hawkins is going to back up in punt formation. They're going to snap it from the 43. Nathan is going to stand at the 28-yard line. 15-yard snap is good from Withrow. A little bit delayed on the kick, and it's blocked. Blocked is going to be picked up by Toll, but Heritage is going to get the football in very nice territory.
Yeah, that was just very, very slow on the snap and on the delivery from the punter, and he was all over it. Not even close to missing that one.
Yeah, Nathan has got to speed up that process. But like you said, Larry, but Nathan Hawkins, I can't say hardly any bad words about him.
No, he's normally pretty sure back there, but I don't know whether he was, trying to get the handle of the ball or what it was.
When I say bad words, I mean about anything in life. He's a good guy.
He's a quality, both he and Andrew.
They're line up, shotgun. Heritage takes over the football at the Blue Devil 25-yard line. From the left hash, they'll go out of the backfield with Litchfield. Gets the snap, he'll go forward. That's Lucas Weber. He'll pick up 5. He'll get to the 20, and it's going to be a second down and 5.
Played Springer on the tackle for the Devils, but yeah, that nice hole there on the right side of the line.
So Blue Devils going to have to pull it up right here. They're reaching down. The Blue Devils are reaching down deep right now.
They sure are. This could be, 2 turnovers in the game. See if they can hold tight.
This third quarter has been played on this side of the 50.
Yeah, it sure has.
So shotgun quarterback Lucas Weber. 4:12 left, clock moving. Slot right. Out of the backfield again is Litchfield. Same play. He'll go the other direction. 3-hole. And Lucas Weber going to go down just outside the 10. He'll move the chains, and they'll be at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, not much of a hole there, but he squirts through it. He's fast, got sideways there and got through the line.
So they spot it near the 12. They're calling it the 13 on the board. And that big old Jack Roach getting a breather.
Yeah, and they'll need to have him back in there, that's for sure.
So from the 13, left hash. Heritage Patriots, 1st and 10. Going to work 3 receivers left. Split out wide right. Single man in the backfield. And Weber's going to follow his single man in the backfield. He'll lead block. And Weber's going to work at left side again. 3-hole. And he'll get down near the 2-yard line.
I tell you, a guy that shifty, just snap it to him and wildcat it, and he's doing a great job.
So they're going to spot him at the 3-yard line. So right at the 3. It's going to be second down. I think they get to the 1. They can get a first down. Shotgun, Lucas Weber, single man in the backfield. He'll run the ball again, and he's in the end zone. He stood up, and he'll jog out the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. It's going to become a 14-6 contest before the point after.
Yeah, just squirted right through there again, and that's a hard guy to corral.
I misspoke. I said 16-14 contest. Patriots take their first lead in the ball game.
Yeah, that's not the way the Blue Devils want to start the half.
So they're going to line up right there for the point after. Number 4, Brady Boyle, Jr., 5'8", 155 is the holder. Lucas Weber will swing his leg. And let's see, it's no good. Couldn't make it. It went wide left. Didn't miss much. But I tell you what, Larry, a field goal separates this game from a winner possibly. But the Blue Devils want to put it in the major.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to want to try to, turn the page here and, get something, at least a good drive out of this one.
So point after is no good right now with 3:06 left here in the third quarter. Heritage Patriots 16, Tipton Blue Devils 14. And I say what, Larry, you'd almost think that the ball could have some moisture on it. He just kind of got that off his toe wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but he's usually pretty sure, but just slid that one left.
So the Blue Devils have lined up for this point after. I should say for this to receive this kickoff. They're talking it over right now. Heritage, Lucas Weber going to receive the football from the official. North line judge hands him the ball. So backing up, Lucas Weber. He takes a pretty good lengthy approach. Back up about 12 yards, step into about 11. So there's the whistle. 3:06 left here in the third quarter. 16-14, Heritage in front. There's the boot. It's a line drive up the middle. And it's going to go in the end zone, a touchback. And that's probably a good idea by Mahaney.
Yeah, I think so as well.
So the Blue Devils going to put the ball in play. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. But yeah, I'm like you, Larry. The NFL kickoffs, they're a bit different. And last night, the Cardinals shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, they're trying to make the game safer, but I really can't see how that really changes much of anything.
And that tush-push is on the way out eventually.
Yeah, I would think.
I hope next year it's not in. Shotgun, Blue Devils, their own 20-yard line left hash, trips to the right, split out wide left. Handoff. They'll give it to Chase Hussey. Hussey's going to do some extra effort there, and he'll get a better gain than what he was originally going to get. And he's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, so once again, Lucas Weber on the tackle for the Patriots.
So Chase Hussey picks up 4. That initial hit was at the goal or at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're not getting much of a surge here in the second half on that offensive line.
So they'll line up in a slot. Right side, Dakota Garman in the slot. Slot left is Mahaney. They're going to throw simultaneous flags. Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils. Might not have been much, but both officials were in unison to make that call.
Yeah, it almost looked like, I couldn't tell who, but it looked like somebody had their hand down and maybe just picked it up and reset it.
Next week, we'll see Central Catholic. They won't go completely down. They'll stand back up and get the second play from Coach Ney.
Yeah, I remember them doing that.
Look like the Dallas Cowboys, almost. So shotgun, Quinn Toll. Trips to the right. Split out wide right side. They're going to drop control. Looking right side, pass in the air, caught. Caught out of the air. And you'll get extra effort. They're going to be a late flag. We'll hope that our Blue Devil is okay. And what a grab right there. That was Isaiah Mahaney reached up, and they tackled him out of bounds. Going to tackle on 15.
They didn't only tackle him out of bounds. They threw him into the bench there, so that was a little blatant.
Isaiah Mahaney. I tell you what, you see him in the weight room. He's established that body in the weight room.
Yeah, and he's a track guy too, so he's always, the upper body makes you faster too.
So the Blue Devils get 15 more yards. The best thing is that Isaiah Mahaney is okay.
Yeah, sure is.
So they move the ball out to the 47. Tipton has it at their own 47 at the right hash. 1st and 10. 2:05 left here in the third quarter. Blue Devils trailing 16-14. Shotgun, Quinn Toll. Chase Hussey in the backfield. He'll drop the throw. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Not much Quinn Toll could do about that.
Yeah, and it was not one guy. It was about three in there, and offensive line's got to do a lot better job than that to protect the quarterback.
We're going to back it up to the 36. I tell you what, Larry, I'll mention this story quickly if I can. Archie Manning played for the Vikings. Got sacked 11 times in one game. Every time he came to the sideline, he never once complained about his linemen.
I didn't realize he played for the Vikings.
He wore number 4. Played for the Saints mainly.
Oh, always the Saints. I remember that.
Louisiana people. So shotgun. See him in the backfield. Chase Hussey dropping the throw. Double slide each side. Long pass across the middle. Caught. That sack meant nothing. Catch is made by Zach. Let's double check there. It's Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman going to get it to Heritage 30-yard line. That's a good pass play.
Yeah, good ball, good catch, and a well-designed play.
Those two.
And good protection at that time. I gotta help up my offensive lineman.
Absolutely. So a good strike there. He thread the needle, and Dakota Garman basically a set down route, and that's a pretty good strong arm throw for sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, he put some heat on it.
So they'll line it up at the 31-yard line of Heritage, just inside the left hash. Shotgun. Stick him in the backfield. Zane Durham. He'll get the handoff. He'll go right to left. He'll go outside the tackle, try to get the 6-hole. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a second down. They're going to give him a gain of about half a yard. 2nd down and 9.
I tell you, that Weber's a heck of a ball player. I don't know how many tackles he's had, but it's in the double digits, that's for sure.
So the Blue Devils are going to set it right there. Play clock at 24. Game clock is rolling at 49 seconds. Might be the final play of the third quarter. Unless it's an incomplete pass. Shotgun. Quinn Toll. Sing him in the backfield. Here's Chase Hussey. Dakota Garman, left side slot, right in the slot. They're going to throw a flag out there. This catch is going to go for nothing. They may decline the penalty. It's for the moment, it's going to be 2nd and 10. They might take the play. It might make it 3rd and 10. We'll see if Coach Hollinger is going to take it.
Yeah, I would think I would do that if I was them.
So they call illegal procedure, and they'll back it up. Illegal procedure. The Blue Devils are going to have it 2nd down over and 19 for a first.
That's going to be a hard chest to tackle right there.
I tell you what, we got sacked just a while ago for about 10 yards. Quinn Toll can thread the needle again.
Yep, yeah. We'll see what he can get muster here.
So slot left, slot right. Ball's at the right hash. 35-yard line of Heritage. Shotgun. They're going to run the option. They'll pitch it left side. He got around break inside. That's Chase Hussey. He's got the first down. Ball goes out of bounds. It's a fumble out of bounds. No harm done. Hussey needed 19 yards. Hussey might have got 22 on the play with the option from Quinn Toll.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play, well executed. Lontae Castle on the tackle there for the Patriots.
I got to mention that play call was good.
Absolutely, yeah, that was great.
Well designed. You kind of covered that. They're going to roll a clock here, and that's going to be the final play of the third quarter, Larry. So we're going to go back to the other end. They'll invert the field, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils at the Heritage 15-yard line.
Yeah, that'll two big plays there by the Devils there to get them down in the red zone once again.
And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Encompass Credit Union, if you're looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union, North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans, higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. Join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares, with branches in Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo. They are here to serve our community. Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them online at encompasscu.org or at any of their convenient locations. That's Encompass Credit Union. So fourth quarter, getting ready to start the play clock. Blue Devils going to line up on offense. Ball's at the 16-yard line, Larry. It's first and 10, Blue Devils. And this is an entertaining game, definitely worth the price of admission.
Yeah, it sure has been. Both teams really working hard out there.
So they're going to line up, going to start the play clock. There it is. Game clock will start on the snap. 12 minutes, fourth quarter. 16-14. Tipton trail by 2. Dropping the throw, going to be flushed out of the pocket. He'll go back. He'll get back to the 20-yard line. He dropped to throw. And that defense is becoming difficult.
Yeah, again, they're blitzing linebackers. They're having a hard time keeping it out of the backfield.
So it's going to bring up a second down. Second down, they're calling it 14 on the board. Ball is just inside the 20-yard line. And Blue Devils going to call the play. 17 seconds on the play clock. They break huddle in unison. They jog up to the line of scrimmage. Game clock at 11:23. Play clock at 10 seconds. They're good shape. Slot right. Zane Durham in the backfield. Quarterback Quinn Toll. He'll drop to throw out a shotgun. Pass play caught. Pass play caught there near the 10-yard line. He needs to get to the 5 line to gain. And that was Zach Ridgway once again. Zach Ridgway has 1 touchdown on the season. He's averaging 16.9 per reception.
Yeah, I'd target him again. He's got a big frame.
So the Blue Devils are going to line up. Third down, they're calling it 3. 4 down territory if they need it. I don't think they will. Slot right, split left, single man in the backfield. Here comes motion away. Zach Ridgway, he'll reset. He'll come back dog motion, and they're going to drop the throw. Going to step up in the pocket, pass play, end zone cut. Jaron Oller with the touchdown. But I tell you what, Quinn Toll made that happen, stepping up in the pocket, and Jaron Oller, nothing but glue on his hands.
Yeah, he got some pressure, and Quinn stepped up, opening. I thought he was going to run for a second, caught his buddy Jaron Oller in the back of the end zone.
So the Blue Devils go out in front once again. It's currently 20-16. Point after touchdown. They're going to go for 2. So they're going to go for 2. 11:01.
Actually, I think it might have been Zach Ridgway on that catch on the back of the end zone.
Yeah. So shotgun quarterback Quinn Toll. Double flag. They're going to make a good play here, and if he catches it, okay, it's declined. So 2 flags come in. It's going to be no good, and the flags are just going to say, hey, the Blue Devils didn't get the extra point. Let's kick off.
Yep. It looks like that's what's going to happen.
So it's going to be a legal procedure against the Blue Devils. So it's declined by the Heritage Patriots. Blue Devils go out in front. It's a 20-16 game. So that means this fourth quarter, I tell you what, is going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, it sure is.
So the Blue Devils are going to kick the ball off, but then both teams will huddle up on their respective sidelines on their numbers. 10:58 left here in the fourth quarter. 20-16. Blue Devils in front. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by AGM Auto, LLC. At AGM Auto, you'll not only be treated with pure professionalism, you'll appreciate their state-of-the-art diagnostics and their up-to-date status of each and every AGM technician. And AGM doesn't only work under the hood. AGM works toward the recovery and the restoration. They restore cars and trucks. I saw about a 1954 Chevrolet truck as I drove by on my way to here. And we'll mention they have now beautiful cars, which are now showroom treasures. AGM Auto is just off of 31, 266th Street about 4 miles towards Arcadia. Your car could be next. You can contact AGM Auto by dialing 317-984-5283. Again, 317-984-5283. On Facebook, it's AGM Auto, LLC. So ball's teed up. Nathan Hawkins going to boot the ball away. He'll back up about 8 yards, a little bit soccer style. He'll wait for the whistle. There it is. Here comes the approach. There comes the boot. Pretty good elevation. Going to take it down the sideline, closest to the Heritage sideline on the return. He'll bring it back about a 13-yard return for Heritage. They'll start this set of downs. This series will start at about the 27-yard line.
Looked like Slade Springer on the tackle there for the Blue Devils.
So the Blue Devils going to line up defensively. Ball's out to the 20. They're going to call the 26-yard line. From the right hash, play comes in via the legs. Right there, number 11 brings play in. That's Gary Gerber. Gary Gerber lines up. He's a wide receiver. He's a member of the junior class, 6'1", 174. Where's number 11? Shotgun, quarterback, Lucas Weber. Single man in the backfield. Weber's going to follow the single man in the backfield, blocking. And the Blue Devils will try to get to him. And Weber has that low gravity. I tell you what, he just keeps going. And he's going to get near a first down. He'll be about a 2 yards shy.
Boy, I tell you, 3 Blue Devils looked like they had him, and he got away from every one of them. So somebody's going to have to spy him. He's been their whole offense.
So second down. They're calling it 2. Ball's at the 34-yard line, middle of the field. Ball's on the Heritage side of the 50-yard line. Clock moving, 10-18, fourth quarter. Shotgun quarterback, Lucas Weber. Single man in the backfield, believes to be Litchfield. Slot left, they're going to hand it to Litchfield. He'll carry it out beyond the 40, just across the 40 to about the 41-yard line, and he'll move the chains first down. First down, Heritage.
Yeah, Chase Hussey had him by the ankle, but not until he got a first down.
So ball's across the 40 at the 41-yard line. 10:03, clock moving, fourth quarter. Blue Devils in front, 20. Heritage, 16. They're going to line up with 3 receivers, right side. They got H-back and a slot. Single man in the backfield, Litchfield. Shotgun quarterback, taken by Weber. He'll take the snap. He'll go forward. To get across the 50, Blue Devils trying to bring him down. He's like a little water bug, slippery when wet. So he'll get across the 50 to the 49. Going to be another first down.
Yeah, he's like trying to catch a greased pig. He's hard to hold.
Have you ever seen a greased pig competition?
I haven't, but I imagine it looked like something like that right now.
State Fair does that. I saw it years ago.
Yeah, well, I think Mr. Weber ought to compete in that.
Looks like Robert Newhouse.
He's bouncing everywhere.
So they'll break the huddle. Heritage, ball's at the 49 of Tipton. Ball is right on top of the logo. The H logo has the Patriot inside it. Nice-looking logo. So shotgun snap taken by Lucas Weber. He'll hand off this time. Ball carrier is Jax Litchfield. He'll take it closer, and he'll get it down near the 41-yard line. Second down, 4.
Yeah, Hussey on the stop again, but, getting 6-7 yards a clip.
So ball spotted at the 42-yard line, Tipton territory. Clock moving, 8:43. Fourth quarter. Play clock at 15. They break huddle. To the line of scrimmage. They line up pretty shallow, about a 7-yard huddle off the line of scrimmage. Slot left, slot right. They're going to stop play here. Timeout, Tipton. Tipton going to spend a timeout. They have 3. They're going to use one here to talk this over defensively.
Yeah, they got to figure something out. That Litchfield Weber combination there is hard to handle.
Will mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. Indiana Express Rentals. When you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They're located at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana, right there at 1708 South 8th Street. It tees right up. It tees off right there. You'll find it. No problem. Simply call them at 317-773-5600. 4800. Again, their number is 317-773-4800. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available, and a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. Indiana Express Rentals. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, they are not open, but they are open weekdays, 8 to 5. Penske Truck Rentals. The name Penske alone takes any possible concerns away from any travel. That is Indiana Express Rentals in Noblesville. Going to line up in a shotgun. Blue Devils are going to jump off sides there. So the hard count working the other way.
Yeah, it looked like they made contact there to back them up.
You remember back in the day when the NFL could go off sides just as long as they got back, but no more.
No more, yep.
So they move the ball out to the 37-yard line. Blue Devils give up 5 yards. 1st and 10, Heritage at the Blue Devil 37-yard line. Ball is just inside the left hash. They're going to line up in a slot, left side, split out wide right. They got an H-back behind the tackle left side. Third blocker. They're going to roll left. Lucas Weber going to get beyond first down yardage again. And he's going to pick up a first down. He needs 10, might have got 11.
Yeah, just out of the hands of Joe Vaughton. I mean, he's just a step quicker.
So that's a first down. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. Blue Devil territory. Ball is at the left hash. He went out of bounds. Play went out of bounds. Clock stopped at 8:22. 1st and 10, Heritage. Going to line up in a shotgun. Lucas Weber. Litchfield in the backfield. Trips to the right. They'll hand off to Litchfield. He'll go right side, 4-hole. He'll get a couple of yards, not a whole lot more. He might pick up 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Joe Vaughton on the tackle, but there is no mystery to what they're doing. It's going to be either Litchfield or Weber every time.
So the ball is nosed up to the 23-yard line, left hash. Chase Hussey calling the defense. They break huddle. To the line of scrimmage, Heritage Patriots. The lineup with 3 receivers right side. They have an H-back. Split out wide left, single man in the backfield, Litchfield. They're going to roll right. It's going to be Lucas Weber, the ball carrier. Weber's going to get a positive gain. Let's see how much he got. And he's going to be close to first down yardage. They'll stop the clock.
Yeah, had to, defensive back said to come out. He got outside with 2 guys ahead of him, Litchfield and someone else. I couldn't figure out who, but, yeah, tough play to defend.
So they get the first down. They move the chains just enough to get the first, Lucas Weber. Lucas Weber, on the season, he has 2 100-plus yard games. Lucas Weber. And we'll mention Chase Hussey has 1. Got that last week. Shotgun. Lucas Weber, he'll take the ball himself. And a flag comes in late. It might be holding. This back lineman was laying on top of Withrow, I believe, and you can't do that.
Yeah, I think he tackled him back there.
It's going to be holding. Even if you didn't tackle him, you got to get off of the guy, don't you?
Well, yeah, I would think so.
I think that's what that umpire called a good one there.
Yeah, I think he did.
So they'll back it up 10 from where the flag lay. The flag is laying at the 17-yard line, so they'll back it up to the 27. It'll be first down again. They're going to back it up. They're nosing it up to the 25. I think they might have got 2 yards out of that for free.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I thought it was flag laying at the 17. They spot the ball at the 25. 8-yard penalty. So shotgun. Going to line up again. Lucas Weber. Single man in the backfield is Jack Litchfield. You've got 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. You're going to fake the handoff to Litchfield, keeping himself. Lucas Weber. Weber's on the way towards the goal line. He's inside the 5. He'll get just inside the 3. Lucas Weber is slippery.
Yeah, I think he's as fast sideways as he is forward, but yeah, he's tough to catch.
So they're going to roll the clock. 6:55, clock moving. 20-6. Blue Devils going to try to hold them out of scoring, obviously. But quite a bit of time left on the clock for the Blue Devils to work a drive. So they're going to fly back up in a shotgun again. Lucas Weber. Weber's going to get the handoff, and he's going to be caught. Blue Devils right there. And Coach Hollinger allows Litchfield to carry the ball, and you know you're supposed to award the guy that got you there.
Yeah, that was Jack Roach and looked like Slade Springer on the tackle combined for the Devils.
So the ball's now at the 4. So second down goal. And the ball is in the middle of the field. Play clock at 20, no problem. 6:06 clock moving, fourth quarter. Heritage in front, 20. Tipton, 16. Shotgun. Takes a snap. He's going to take the handoff this time. He'll keep the ball, and he'll walk on in. So Lucas Weber gets through a lot of arms right there.
Yeah, again, everybody's reaching for him, but nobody can grab a hold of him.
So the Blue Devils they'll give up a score right there. It's a double check here. Not sure if there's they haven't put it on the scoreboard yet. We'll see here. And they're going to spot the ball. Evidently, he didn't get in. Under the flag on the play, we were looking the other way.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Flag on, thank you. Illegal procedure? Illegal procedure. And what I'm glad we're setting up here, this feels a little cozier. We appreciate that. 5:53 on the game clock, so the touchdown didn't happen. So illegal procedure, they back it up 5 yards. The ball's spotted at the 9. It's second down 9. And the Heritage to the line of scrimmage. Play clock's at 5 seconds. Shotgun, Lucas Weber. Litchfield in the backfield. Litchfield going to follow. The Blue Devils going to bump him short there. And that initial bump is going to allow the Blue Devils to converge and make a tackle right near the line of scrimmage. They're going to spot him just inside the 10, third and goal at the 9.
Looked like Zachary Ridgway came up and made that tackle.
So just inside the 10-yard line, about the length of a football. So 5:26, clock moving, fourth quarter. 20-16. Blue Devils in front. Shotgun. Quinn should say shotgun. Lucas Weber, right hash. You're going to keep the ball himself. Blue Devils going to converge. And they're going to get the ball down to about the 1. I tell you what, difficult. Blue Devils seem to be tackling a bit high, if you was asking me.
Yeah, well, he's not a very tall guy, but 180. But you run strong. He's got strong legs.
My dad got in trouble at halftime for not getting low to tackle right at 5'4".
Yeah, that's a hard one to get too low on.
So that was Jackson Central and Sheridan back then. From shotgun. Nope, he's going to go under center. Lucas Weber. Blue Devils going to have to defend the A-gaps. And it's going to be a touchdown. Hard to do. Touchdown, Lucas Weber. 4:27 left. Larry, that's quite a bit of time. I was concerned there that there would be less time.
Yeah, it looked like it was a silent count there. I could see through the binoculars. He just got up under center, just touched his center's rear end and got the snap and snuck in.
Put the nudge on. So they're going to line up for the point after. And it's going to be Lucas Weber, the kicker. So he'll line up for the point after. And here comes the snap. There's the hold. There's the boot. And let's see, it got in. It barely got in the left upright. That looked pretty similar to the miss a while ago.
Yeah, that was kind of a chip shot there, and it just barely got it over the crossbar as well.
They say you don't rate them.
Just make them.
Just count them. So right now, at the moment, it's Heritage 23, Tipton 20. Tipton going to receive the kickoff. There's 4:27 left here in the fourth quarter. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Lucky Strike Lanes. Lucky Strike Lanes, that's Elwood, Indiana. If you like creating memories, that's the place to be. Family-friendly bowling. State-of-the-art Redemption Arcade. Great food and drinks at their Sally's at the Alley. They have open lanes with Cosmic Bowling every Saturday night, 7 to 11 p.m. That's Lucky Strike Lanes. They're just west of the Pizza King on Anderson Street. That's in Elwood. So the Blue Devils are going to receive deep men Isaiah Mahaney and Dakota Garment. From the 40, here comes the approach. Lucas Weber. Here comes the boot. Low, squib kick, taken by the front row, going to fall on it. I believe that was Zach Ridgway. Zach Ridgway with some good hands. I'm looking forward to seeing him play basketball.
Yeah, so am I. He's really putting on a lot of weight, getting stronger every year.
He can sure squat. I watched him squat probably about 2 weeks into the season. So the Blue Devils are going to take over. 1st and 10. 4:11 left on the fourth quarter clock. Blue Devils looking for a major score. You know they're wanting a touchdown. If they get close enough and they have to make a decision, they could try for a field goal for a tie. But we'll see.
Yep, well, they're definitely going to try to get as much yardage here, get down there and get a good shot at it.
So Blue Devils are going to line up. Shotgun, Quinn Toll. Single man in the backfield is Chase Hussey. He'll line up to the left side of Quinn, a little bit behind him. Dropping the throw, he's going to roll left. Looking for a receiver. He'll find one, and it's going to be go. Couldn't bring it in. Couldn't bring it in. It was a good ball, and that was Jaron Aller. Jaron Aller, I tell you what, Jaron Aller, his speed has severely increased.
Yeah, and that nice roll out there, a good ball by Quinn, but Jaron just couldn't get it handled.
Jaron Aller put us on the board, though, back of the end zone. Touchdown pass when Quinn Toll stepped up in the pocket and found him. 4:14 on the game clock. Quinn Toll, shotgun quarterback. Chase Hussey in the backfield. Trips to the left. Tight end right is Jaron Aller. Dropping the throw. Looking left. Let's step up in the pocket. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be a quarterback sack. That flag is in the vicinity of a holding penalty, and I'm guessing that Jeremy Hollinger was going to decline this penalty.
I would think so.
So they'll sort this out. Right now the ball is spotted at the 20.5. The umpire is going to let Coach Toll know it's a holding, and Hollinger, coach of the Heritage Patriots, elects to decline. So he'll take the down. It's going to become 3rd down, and it's going to be about, we'll double check here. 3rd about 7, to call it 18. So Blue Devils need 18 yards to move the chains or more. 4:01, clock moving, fourth quarter, slot right. Trips to the left, empty backfield. Dropping the throw, looking right sideline, nearly intercepted. Stepping in front there, couldn't make the catch. They tried to find Jaron Aller out in front of the Blue Devils bench. It was going to be for about a 5-yard gain, maybe 8 yards. But that was going to be it, and he would have been out of bounds. It's going to be a punt situation for the Blue Devils.
Jordan Rooks on a broke on that ball pretty nicely.
I think Quinn Toll kind of went through his progressions quickly and had the outlet right there to Jaron.
Yeah, it would have been nice if they'd had enough time to do a double move.
So they'll line up in punt formation, Nathan Hawkins. They'll snap the ball from the 21, Tipton territory. Nathan Hawkins standing at his 6. They get a little bit quicker, but close to a block there. But it's going to be taken at the 39 of Heritage. On the return is Lucas Weber. A flag comes in. The flag is laying at the 46. I'm not sure they were spotting it, but they're going to throw a flag. It's going to be against Heritage.
Yeah, it looked like a hold early, so I'm not sure how far down the field it was, but yeah, and hold vicinity.
They're going to throw a flag. It's going to be a holding penalty against Heritage on the return. The ball or the flag lay at the 46. They picked the flag up, and they moved the flag, and now they're going to ask where that flag was laying. It was at the 46. That gentleman picked it up a bit early. And That was a randomly thrown flag, and they're going to mark it from there.
Yeah, they've. I tell you what, they have not gotten the breaks on the penalties so far. The Patriots have not.
So they back it up. It's at the 36-yard line. It's nosed up. Heritage will have it, 1st and 10 at the right hash. 3 minutes, 40 seconds on the game clock. We're in the fourth quarter. Heritage went in front on their last possession at 23. Tipton has 20, 23-20. Blue Devils going to line up defensively. Ball's at the, as mentioned, the 36-yard line. So they're going to see a lot of running plays again right here, trying to wean this clock. And Weber is going to talk to Litchfield briefly. He'll get back in formation there. Shotgun. Litchfield, he'll fake the handoff, and Weber's going to take it, and a good tackle out there after a gain of maybe a couple, and that was a good tackle by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Zane Durham read that one, pulled it out, and Zane saw it the whole time.
So Zane Durham, 6.6 tackles a game. That's his average. Came in since 19, 33 tackles with 2 quarterback sacks. So ball resting after a gain of a couple. Ball's out to the 38-yard line. Game clock is moving. 3:02 left. 2nd down, 8. Blue Devils have 2 timeouts. They're going to have to start thinking about those.
Yeah, I think they will.
So absolutely. Shotgun. Weber, he's going to roll left. Blocking back out in front of him is Litchfield. Good blocking. He's going to get into Blue Devil territory. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. And I tell you what, Lucas Weber at 6 foot 180. That's about the normal size for a man. He is a man.
He can run, and Zaire Mahaney, saved the touchdown there.
So, ball's resting at the 26-yard line, Tipton territory. 2:38, clock moving. Ball's at the left hash. Play clock's at 10. They break huddle. They're good timing for that. They'll line up with 3 receivers right side. One is an H-back. Now the H-back going to reset left side. Hand off. Litchfield, the ball carrier here. Blue Devils going to hold him up. Forward progress was halted. They blew the whistle. 2:30 left here. And I tell you what, Larry, it's going to be a 2nd down and a loss of 2. 2nd and 12.
Yeah, Joe Vata on the tackle.
So they back it up to the 27. Going to call it a 2nd and 11. Game clock at 2:10 at the left hash. They break huddle. 2:05 clock moving. Lucas Webster, shotgun quarterback. Where's the Guardian helmet? As Larry alluded to. Going to take the ball himself and go right side. Lucas Weber still on his feet. He gets inside the 10. It's going to be a 1st and goal. And Lucas Weber moves the ball again.
Yeah, I don't know how many Blue Devils' hands have been on him tonight, but not many able to bring him down.
So Lucas Weber, they actually have another quarterback that has thrown the ball considerably. Lucas Weber entering this game has thrown 4 passes, completed 2 of them for a total of 5 yards passing.
Yeah, I don't know how many yards he has, but he's probably pushing 200.
The shotgun quarterback, Lucas Weber, slot left. Ball's in the middle of the field. Split wide right. Litchfield in the backfield. He'll get the pitch. They'll pitch it left. Not sure. Yeah, Litchfield's going to be held up near the 5-yard line, just outside the 5. And the Blue Devils going to call timeout with 1:14 left.
Yeah, Ridgeway on the tackle, but this is tough territory.
So timeout call both ways. Both ways are going to utilize the timeout. And tell you what, Larry, we knew when we came up here it was going to be a game. I tell you what, a Class 3A school, sectional 28, 3A school, and they have 507 enrollment. Are they playing a success factor? I'm unaware.
I don't know. They might be.
The Blue Devils with 454, Class 2A, sectional 36. This has been a good matchup when you think about it. And it's a shame somebody's not going to win.
Yeah. Well, Lucas Weber has definitely been the wild card for the Patriots, and I think the Blue Devils knew that coming in. It's just hard to catch him.
6 foot, 180. And they'll line up again. Timeout, almost over. They'll start the play clock here in a second. White umpire checking with the Blue Devil bench, making sure they're ready to begin. That is a courteous umpire. 1:14 left. Left hash, ball's at the 6, second and goal for Heritage. Weber going to fake the handoff, take it himself. Weber stays on his feet somehow, goes through the jungle, and ends up in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that's ball game, but just couldn't get a hand on him.
So 1:08 left. Weber entered this game with 5 touchdowns on the ground. I don't know how many touchdowns he has. 9, 3, 4, 3.
I think 3, yeah.
So 29-20. And they'll try the point after. Lucas Weber. 1:08 left. They'll try the 1-point variety. And they'll call for the snap. Snap's good, holds good. Boot is much better, and it's good. 30-20. A 10-point advantage. Blue Devils, I tell you what, there's time on the clock, Larry. You know anything can happen.
Yeah, sure can. We'll see what the coach here can draw up here.
We know Isaiah Mahaney in about 13 seconds can be at the other goal line.
Yeah, he sure can. You get him in the open field.
And I'm not so sure that Dakota Garman couldn't do the same.
Yeah, I think he's got, I think Dakota's, or I should say Isaiah's got a little bit of a head start on him.
Isaiah Mahaney, we've seen him do it twice.
Yeah, we have. Sure have.
So the Blue Devils getting talked to right there on their number, waiting for the kickoff. They're getting ready to take the field. And there's Joe Klauser right there wearing that good number 81 shirt. Joe Klauser, a senior.
Yep. I know he's wanting to be in there.
He's a quiet young man that is going to be so good for society.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's not quite so quiet when you get to know him, but yeah, he's a very very quality guy.
He's talked a little bit more with me last time.
Yeah, he's like he's going to warm up to you, but I've known him for 7 years now, so I know him well.
That's good. So here comes the approach. It's not going to be Weber. Going to have a different kick. It's going to be number 11, Gary Gerber, senior. Picked up by Mahaney. Mahaney's going to pick it up inside the 20. And then they're going to halt his progress at about the 28-yard line. So that was a difficult ball to pick up, but they went with a different kicker. They went with senior, number 11. Check that. He's a junior, Gary Gerber.
Yep. He had never got more than about 6 feet off the ground and was coming in hot.
So Blue Devils going to line it up. Ball's near the middle of the field. First and 10, 28-yard line. Shotgun. They're going to line up with a split. Left side, that's Dakota Garman. And Jaron Aller going to line up in a slot along with Mahaney. And they're going to stop play. Timeout, Heritage. I'm not sure. I think Heritage has some second unit out there.
Yeah, probably are get some guys in on homecoming.
So homecoming game here, as Larry mentioned. They got some good festivities in before the game. We were not aware it was going to be a 7:30 start. We found out it's 7:45, but that's because of travel.
Yeah, sure was. But they even had a kindergarten homecoming king and queen.
Wow, I didn't notice that. Did you happen to see who won?
I didn't. I just heard the young man was an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, so I'm all for it.
I bet he is. He's probably going to play there. It's probably a Justin Fields protege.
We'll see. We'll start recruiting him soon.
There we go. Tell you what, who the Ohio State Buckeyes have tomorrow?
They have Washington at Washington, so it ought to be a good game.
That sounds good. So they're going to line up. Blue Devils at the line of scrimmage. Defensively now set are the Patriots. Shotgun. Quarterback Quinn Toll. That's slot left, slot right, dropping the throw. Looking left, going to roll left, going to let the ball go. It's going to be caught by Isaiah Mahaney at midfield. They're getting inside. Heritage territory. Goes out of bounds, stops the clock at 55.1. But there is a flag back near the 20-yard line, near where this ball was thrown. We'll see if it's going to be a holding penalty or something different. So they're going to mark it off. They're all ready to mark it off against the Blue Devils. And I think, I don't want to guess, but if they're going to mark it off against the Blue Devils, and it'll be first down over. And that was a good play to Mahaney.
Yeah, it was a nice throw on the run again from Quintal.
So the Blue Devils, they're going to snap this ball, see if they mark it off here. 55.1 left. They'll take it inside the 20. And that was a pretty good sized penalty. So to back it up, I think it was 10. We didn't see the signal. I believe it to be a holding. So the Blue Devils going to line up. 3 receivers to the right. Split out wide right is senior Zach Ridgway. 2 in the slot there is Mahaney and Chase Hussey. Left side, Dakota Garman. Take that back out there far left side is Parker Capshaw, number 88. So we got some delay in the action here. There's the play clock. Game clock starts 2. Also, I should say, 50 seconds. Snap. Quintal pass play. Left side tall pass. Was not caught. Jaron Aller tried to get up there. Couldn't make the catch. Goes out of bounds. Incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like the main inhabitants of the home team stands is the student section. Making a lot of noise.
So 45.6 clock stopped on the incompletion. Second down, 20. So Quintal checks the wristband, calls the play in the huddle. They break huddle. The hand clap in unison. They'll line up, trips to the right. Got Chase, Hussey, and Dakota Garman in the slot. Dropping back, out of shotgun. Empty backfield, they throw another flag by the umpire. Just let it go, throw it out of bounds. It's caught. He might have got a toe touch, but it's not going to count. I thought he might have tapped his toe there. Nice grab by Hussey.
I think we got another hold, though.
Oh, we got another holding penalty. I tell you what, down by 10, a holding penalty to save our quarterback isn't a bad thing.
No, not at all.
So 36.3. 36.3. They'll back it up half the distance. They'll spot it near the 8-yard line. 36.3 left here in the fourth quarter. Heritage in front. Heritage 30. Tipton 20. So they'll start the play clock. Going to line up in a shotgun. Empty backfield is Quintal. Slot left. Trips to the right. Call the cadence. He'll take the snap. He'll drop back. Goal line. Make a pass. And he gets it to Isaiah Mahaney. He breaks inside. Mahaney's going to get close to get back to the original stick. To get out of bounds. Stop the clock with 27.5 left.
Yeah, it's a nice little gain there late in the game here. Let's see if they try that again today, Isaiah.
So might as well use that 2-minute drill. They're using it now. 27.5 seconds left. 30-20. Blue Devils with the football, trailing late in this ball game. Going to line up with trips to the right, short side of the field. Slot left. Empty backfield. Shotgun taken by Quintal. He'll roll right. He'll get some good blocking. He'll find a receiver. He'll get out of bounds. He'll toe tap right there. Isaiah Mahaney wanted to get a penalty for a hit there, but he was available.
Yeah. Let's see if we can give him enough time to do a double move here this time, see if we can get deep.
So 20.6 left. Coach Dustin Shear dialing up some 2-minute offense.
Yeah, it's a good practice.
I agree, absolutely. So the ball moved out to the 42-yard line, right hash. Empty backfield, Quintal, shotgun quarterback. You got slot left to go motion away. That's Zane Durham. He'll reset left side. Looking to throw, step into the pocket. He's going to be brought down to the surface. He'll be sacked back at the 35. The clock is at 10 seconds. Clock is going to empty out, Larry. 5 seconds. And pretty long way for a ball game. They traveled last year, but you got to think about it. This was an entertaining game.
Yeah, it sure was. Up to the bitter end, I should say, as a Blue Devil fan, but entertaining game on both sides.
So we're going to bow out of here. We'll mention next week, Heritage Patriots. Heritage Patriots going to be home with the Bluffton Tigers. That'll be a conference game. About 7 o'clock is what it's listed at. And we'll talk about the Blue Devils. Blue Devils next week will also have a home game. That's listed at 7 o'clock. Going to be a small school division conference game in the Hoosier Conference. That's next Friday, October 3rd. Lafayette Central Catholic will be at Tipton.
Yeah, and I'm sure, they'll be looking to get a win. They're turn their season around a little bit.
And we're going to bow out here. We thank you for listening. And we do thank, before the game, we was able to talk to Coach Aaron Toll, Tipton Blue Devils coach, and Mr. Jeremy Hollinger, coach for the Patriots of Heritage. We thank you. We're going to bow out of here now, and we appreciate you listening. We hope you'll tune in next week at 6:30 for pregame coaches interviews. And we'll mention, no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.